Hello, hello. How's it going? Same. Can't complain.
Okay, so hopefully we are live. So do you want me to call you, I guess, just Raven for make it simple?
Sure. Yeah.
All right. And how long have you been playing MSO? I know we were in like Kill Switch forever ago.
I started playing, I think, March 2017. So right before the first year, event.
Oh, you've been playing longer than me. What is this?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I started after the first event. I started in like September. It was like last week of September. So,
Oh,
maybe
okay. So
what?
you caught the tail end of the Sierra event.
Yeah, I caught the tail end. I couldn't get even one light or dark to Evo 3, and I think that was when Dark Miho was around the first time in like 2 years, but I couldn't even get one because I was like not even at Pagos Coast Extreme by that time.
Yeah, and I can't really remember because when I first started, I think I played like solid straight for like 2 months, and then I got to a point in the storyline where you had to catch a amphibian.
hmm
But I literally farmed for him for days, and then like still like 2 months later, I still wasn't catching him. So I was like, okay,
Oh yeah, I remember that. It was
I'm gonna
like
take a break.
Woodphibian something, wasn't it? Wood or
Yeah,
water?
yeah, yeah,
And
wood
like
amphibian.
back then, I mean, it's still bad, but it's not as bad as it was. I remember that it was like dudes are on Reddit like 2 months later. I've ran into one, but I didn't catch him.
Yeah, I had 2 or 3 pop up, and they all got away from me.
Oh
And
my.
I got upset, so I was like, I'm just gonna take a step back, because I read somewhere that I think like if you go through the storyline too fast,
hmm
they'll kind of throttle like the frequency of how some mons spawn, so you don't just blow through the entire story all at once. I don't know if that's true or
Yeah.
if it's true anymore, but so I was like, okay, I'll just can't do much of anything else right now since I didn't have any good mons, or I didn't know what Astron League was. I didn't know what clan was, so I just kind of quit it for a couple months, and then I came back, I think probably May or July. And then I
Oh,
started to get into the swing of it. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna really get into this game. I'm gonna go headlong and get as far as I can
but my
before it
question
dies or
though,
something.
what is up with this energy? What is this?
I knew you were gonna say something about that. Um, so the past couple of months, actually, I think the past 3 months, all of the exotic mons they have, I have all of the third evos for. So, and that's pretty much all I do is I save up all of my resources until the exotic event, and then I blow it all to get basically collect. I think the one thing I like to do the most is to collect things. So
Yeah,
I try to
I
get as
agree.
much, fill up the Astromon guide as much as possible. Um, but that's just from every couple of hours hitting the trees with all those sparkles on them, getting the free refill. A lot of the missions.
hmm
I think one of the missions actually really amped up
Hmm.
how much energy I got as a reward, and I was like, yes. So the last 3 months I've kind of taken a chill pill because I've all of those mons I had. So that was the flora, the
Or didn't Gatito came back for the like third time within like I wouldn't say almost not a 6 month period, but less than a year. That was like his third time back.
well, yeah, and I didn't yeah, I've only seen Gatito twice, and this was the second time. But I actually had enough soul stones from the dungeon, so I didn't farm for him all that much this time either. So I have a water, a dark, and a 3 square light variant Gatito. So
Ooh.
I'm trying to get him gemmed up. I don't know really how to gem him up though, so I'm hoping you can help me with that.
Yeah, you've
But
come to the
I've
right
got
place.
yes. So basically I had all the ones I got from him, and I didn't have enough to finish the other 2, so I'm just gonna use them for rebirth next month.
I mean, other than filling them out for the Astro Guide, there's no point. I mean, so yeah, rest in peace to them
Yeah.
Gatitos. Let me start from. Oh no, I gotta go. Gaiman's here.
Oh no.
He has returned. Oh my goodness, how many nat 1s and 2s and 3s is over here?
I've gotta go through and clean them out, because what I'm trying to do what you're doing, like with the sliming,
Mm-hmm.
but I kind of just do it with everything, because there's a lot of 2 stars and some 3 stars that I haven't fully evoed, and once you get that first entry, it's like, what, for a 2 star, it's like what?
Like 10 Astro Gems?
I thought
20?
that was a 1 star. I think it's probably like 20 or 30 for an Evo 2, like fully evoed in your guide. So, and since they increased the inventory space, I was like, sweet.
Let's
I'll
do
just
it.
kind of collect them. Yeah, but I ran out of gold, so, and I was also saving up for the Super Evo for Horan.
Mm-hmm.
I had my first Super Evo with my Dark Horan.
Wait, that's like your first Super Evo ever?
Yeah, it's taken me a while to get some of the eggs, but then it's like I really want to be careful with who I Super Evo, and I also wait for the event, so you get the extra like 600 gems.
The extra 600? Oh, come on.
Is it 600 or is it 300?
No,
I think it's
you
300.
get 300 from just doing it during the festival, but if you get like I think you get extra 300 for doing it earlier.
Yeah, the first 2 days. Yeah, and so I saw Horn was up, and I had an Evo 6 or a Nat 6 or whatever you call it. And she was fully gemmed and fully leveled, and I was like, oh sweet, I can finally make one and get that 600. So basically I just wait until I can base profit off of it.
But it's only 600. You can make that with sliming in a day, more than that in a day.
See, I have to get better at the sliming, because I still cannot manage to get that trick down where if you you hit pause in the middle of the catch and it speeds up the catch animation.
Yep.
I don't know how to do that. So I try to look for the pause button and stuff on there when I'm catching, and I'm like, it's not there, and I can't.
The pause button.
Make it.
You're playing on your phone, right?
Yeah.
When you go, just hit like the back button on your phone.
Does that show up during the animation?
It should.
Or do I have to hit it before?
As soon as the animation goes, you hit it. And it should be like, hey, do you want to quit? And then you're like, yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
give up.
So you have to disrupt the animation a little bit. Okay.
Yep. As soon as the animation goes, it's like a couple frames. Stop it there, and then just hit continue, and it'll like speed it up.
Okay, I'll have to try that again, so the sliming still has taken a lot of time, but so the daily mission where we have to catch 3 Astromon, that's what I do. I catch 3 slime, and then I collect them until I get enough to make it.
Well,
and then
if you're filling out the Astro Guide, what I've been doing is my 3, I just catch whatever I didn't have for my Nat 2s. I would go catch 3 of those and just slowly over time get those to Evo 3. I mean, it's like
and I do. That's why there's a bunch of little guys every in and out. Like I don't know what that purple like miner dude is. Working on him, but I only get him from eggs. Oh,
mildew, whatever the heck he's called.
Yeah.
Something like that. It's not mildew, but something deal with. I don't know. I don't make these monsters.
Like everybody in the chat, man, that's a lot of energy. Yeah. I've been saving up for like 3 months.
Oof. Well, I mean, Sonic and Shadow and them are supposed to be coming soon, so hopefully this is a good time to burn it to the ground.
Oh, that's right. That crossover.
I mean, well, it's like a week, almost 2 weeks off, but this energy ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, and believe it or not, I've actually used about 2,000 or 3,000 during the Catito event.
Only 2,000 or 3,000?
Well, I mean, that was... Oh, man, sorry, I hear myself yelling over your mic. I mean, I was farming all day. I'd get the booster, and literally for 12 hours straight, just put it on, and I'd go between extreme and normal and hard, and I mean, honestly, this was the luckiest event I've had. I was actually able to catch 12 Gatito in about 3 days, but then after that, I couldn't find any more. You
got 2 Gatitos with squares each. I'm kind of jelly.
Yeah.
It's not fair. I gotten 4 Gatitos and only one has a square. He's the only one I use. The rest I'm just like,
Yeah, they're there. I'm saving them for the rebirth.
but why, world? But why? But you want to go ahead and take a look at the account?
Yes, please.
Are you ready for this? Is your body ready?
No.
Welp, rest in peace, man. Can we get an F in chat?
Ripperoni.
All right, so we got your Dark Miho over here. Already, I'm done. Can you? Okay, I see that she has resist on her, but can you explain to me why you have the defense gem on her?
Normally I try to give everybody, especially the like defense or HP aggressors, I give them a little bit of defense for a little extra protection, I guess. I don't know if that actually works. If you can correct that, maybe that would help, but I usually try to give them a secondary stat for defense or something to make them live a little longer.
Nah, that's they
You shake your head.
the aggressors, they specialize in one stat, but that's where they kind of compromise that too. So it's just like, build me in this stat because this is what I have the most of. So even though she might have lower defense than a different mon, she's gonna have, 100k HP to offset her lower defense, if that makes any sense.
Right. Okay.
And not only that, but her damage and part of her survivability still stems from her HP. The same thing for Light Nike. Like, most of her survivability stems from her defense being so high and not her HP being so high.
Okay.
So you're kind of compromising on damage and survivability, especially with that flat HP gem going on over here.
Yeah, I'm trying to go through, since you explained the last time I asked about the percentages and flat stats. I'm slowly going through and picking out the flat gems and upgrading them in the inventory, so they're not stuck with level 9 gems until I'm able to get them up high enough.
So yeah, definitely switch. I would just switch. I mean, you can keep the flat one for now, but I would switch that defense gem out. You can still keep her on intuition, but defense is that's gonna be a no for me,
and
dog.
I noticed that too. I was like, oh, why do I have her? Because you said that she doesn't really need crit.
She doesn't need it. It helps, but is that her main selling point? Of course not.
Right. So I probably need to put her on the red gem set. What is it, life?
No, I mean, you could put her on any
HP?
set. Yeah, that's the life set, but you could put her on any set. I mean, there's no right or wrong. I always say, for aggressors, run whatever stat that their skills require, but aim for resist subs first and then crit subs after. After that, I mean, if you got the main gems on her, the HP, then it doesn't matter what set you run as long as it makes you happy.
Okay.
So I mean, you can.
As long as she gets the job done, that makes me happy.
Yeah, as long as she gets the job. Yeah, some people might have her on pugilist, some might have her on resist set. Whatever her purpose is for you, I mean, you could do it like that, and then, of course, finish getting her booked up. I mean, it's not much more damage, but in the long run, it could help, depending on where you're using her at.
Okay.
And then, yep, you got the flat. We're gonna ignore that. Then you have the HP gem on your Dark Kraken. And the chat's blowing up, but hey guys, and hey Ivan. But once again, take that HP gem off. Keep the flat one up there for now since you're going through that conversion. Protection set is fine for her. Aim for more crit and resist if possible, because she is a Dark Mon, but it's not #1 priority. Especially if you're not even using her, it doesn't. If you're using her for clan versus clan or something, then it doesn't really matter too much. I mean, some extra resist couldn't hurt, but crit rate is very, very optional. Because I mean, even them on like a full crit set will do damage, but in terms of like, would it be like worth it instead of bringing a dark attacker like a Tito? Of course not. But yeah, definitely switch that. if you are using her, you can finish booking her up, but it's not priority number one. But she does have.
I use her in Titans as a leader skill.
Oh, for the crit lead.
Yeah.
Understandable. Oh, you do got a dark door. Congrats.
I do, and he's pure glass cannon. I think he might have a flat gem in there too. Could be wrong.
Yeah, his attack has a flat gem on it. Not a big deal. I mean, he is losing out. He is losing out on attack, but at least you have him on attack, crit rate, HP. So definitely not a big deal. My only suggestion though is, of course, try to get his crit higher up. I know it's difficult, but both of his moves have to have crit in order for it to work.
Crit damage or crit rate?
Crit rate.
Okay.
But Dark Door, dude's amazing. Dude's an OG. I use that dude everywhere.
Yeah, I do too.
Two turns for defense down. He's dark type. He has max crit because of his moves already. I mean, you just can't go wrong with Dark Door. So definitely try and. Oh, what were you saying?
Which of his other ones is pretty good?
What, of Thor?
The element, yeah. Which other element is good for him?
The wood one is a Sea Striker as well. I think the wood one has like blind and courageous strike. And I think the water one is just like an upgrade at Mona. But I think, oh yeah, don't forget Light Thor. Light Thor is good for PvP because he has shock, I believe.
Right. Okay.
But I don't know when Thor is coming back. Hopefully he comes back next. But who knows, man? Who knows?
I say it's been a while. It was what, late last year that he came.
Yeah, it's been a minute. And then you have your Light Venus over here. Not Light Venus, Dark Venus. Sorry. Defense.
I have a Light Venus too.
HP. That's fine. I mean, as long as she's doing her job in Titans, not too much of a big deal. She's fine. I mean, she's not there to do damage. She's there to survive. You do have her on a life set, so I have no complaints about her. Just finish leveling her up when you can. I mean, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, she's actually, I think I put more work into the light one first, but I do need to work on her. Now, I do have a question about Titans, because I will pair her with Dark Horan, Water Indra, and Water Kana, or a, was it Banshee? No, not Banshee. What's the Barona?
Wet Barona?
Wet Barona. So sometimes she doesn't get her healing up in time, and then I end up losing a member before she does. What's causing that?
She might not be getting enough SP, so you could offset that by switching one of these HP gems with a recovery gem instead.
Okay.
So that should make her recovery get up more. But I would say, again, probably watch the other mons sometimes on Titans, because they might be stealing SP from her, so she can't do it. And it looks like you're running 3 courageous strikers, or at least 3 attackers, because you have your Dark Horn in there with her as well. Normally people try to do 2 Sea Strikers and 2 healers. So replace one of those, like your Miho, with another healer to help her heal the Sea Strikers to keep them alive as long as possible, because it sounds like one of them is probably hogging all the SP.
Yeah, I think it's the Water Indra.
But definitely keep him over there. Just maybe move him to the second right team.
Okay, actually, he is on my second. Wait, like the second team or the first round? Is that what you mean, or like just the team on the right?
Like the second team on the second round, if that makes any sense.
Oh, okay, so the last. Okay.
Yeah, so the last team, move him over there if you don't have another Sea Striker over there. But generally try to keep 2 healers and 2 Sea Strikers. That way, the healers, preferably someone that can do defense up if possible.
Right.
Just to give them attack and defense up for longer survivability.
Okay, I'll need to go through and see who has defense up, because I know I have a lot of attack up and defense down. I don't have a lot of buffers though when it comes to Titans.
Or you don't, not even defense up. You could also do shield and attack up, perfectly fine too.
Okay, yeah, I've got about 3 that do shield.
And then you got your. I already don't like her. I already don't like your Snow White. I'm sorry. As soon as I clicked on that first gem, it's a flat, but I just saw
Yep.
flat attack, and she has a square slot. It's just like, what? What?
Yeah. Well, because at first, all these gems. I mean, this was the first Snow White event, so that was last year, and I wasn't very knowledgeable on how to farm gems like Golem or Dungeon or anything like that.
Mhm.
So basically, any gem that I got, I was like, oh, okay, this is a 6-star attack gem, but put it on them so I can use her. So I'm still trying to get through the basically filtering out all of the starter gems that I had.
But why? That's my question. But why?
Why what? Why put a flat gem on her?
No. Why give her double attack and HP? I mean, they're flat, no big deal there, but why give her double attack and HP when she's a dark attacker with a square slot? But why?
I don't understand. Like, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Because to me, I was just like, oh, glass cannon, sweet. Just get that what is it? That exposed
Exposed weakness?
weakness on her. Yeah.
Okay. Dark types, I'm sure you know it by now, but dark types do come with the 100% crit damage for their skills. And by you building her HP attack, yes, if she crits, in theory, she could maybe outdamage another mon on the same thing, like a RGB mon. But is she going to outdamage a Snow White that is on crit rate attack or crit rate attack HP and the crit is max? No. Why? Because her crit's max, so every time that she hits, she's getting that 100% crit damage versus you having HP attack, which is just Russian roulette. So one crit might be good, and she might not crit the next turn, which overall, over a length of time is just going to lower her DPS.
So I need to find a crit rate gem.
Yes, if you're going to go full glass, crit rate attack, preferably on Dark Mons is like full glass, but crit rate attack HP, if they survive, I mean, it doesn't matter. As long as they survive, they're going to outdamage a Mon with crit rate attack because crit rate attack is dead over there. I'm still alive.
Okay.
But yeah, definitely switch that with crit rate.
Okay, so switch an attack one with crit rate.
Yeah, like if you want to keep HP and attack up there, that's perfectly fine. That's fine.
Get percentage.
Yeah, but especially with dark types, aim for max crit rate. You do have her on intuition set though, so it's just a matter of getting a good sub or two on your other 2 gems for her to get max crit rate. So.
Right. Yeah, I've got to do more golems.
I mean, you got the energy for it.
Yeah, I know. I don't have the teams for it though, because I will spend like on the lower levels. I think each level could be probably 1.5 to 2 minutes, depending on the RNG of who they pick and who gets stunned and whatnot. Oh, I see. I haven't even leveled her up yet. I kind of forgot about her.
Do you have any plans for her?
If there's a use for her, yes.
Are you able to do Tower of Chaos already?
I can get up to about level 80 or 84.
Well, if you can get past 80, then no, there's no real use, and you have.
Oh, that's right, because her variant helps with Tower of Chaos. That's right.
Yep, you have Dark Lucy, but you have Dark Thor, you have Dark Miho. In my opinion, there's no real use for her. She's just kind of outclassed at this point, especially with her. Yeah, I mean, I love my Kiki, but I only use her in Tower of Chaos just to say I used her. She's still usable, but I mean, if she had like morale boost in Predator, it would be better. But adrenaline in Predator, not the best. But for players that don't have many hard-hitting Dark Mons, she's a good choice. But you already have those, so it's like she's there, but she's just there.
Yeah, she's just sitting there. But I don't know. I just keep her because she looks cool.
Yeah, not worth the investment, but definitely one of the kitty waifus.
Yeah.
Any
I'm
plans?
Still working on her. For Tina?
You're still working on Tina?
Yeah, where is she good in?
Crit rate, defense, HP. But why?
What? Yeah. Cause I like him to survive a bit longer.
Well,
This is why you're here. Save me from my ways.
I just have to. It's like an intervention. I have to ask you
Yeah.
why. Like
Exactly.
I just need. I need to learn the mind of what you guys do. Not saying that I've never done it before, but I need to.
Hmm.
If I understand where you're coming from, maybe I could have more empathy.
Yeah.
But
Well,
Tina's.
it's just the same thing with the jewels or the gems of what I have. It's just what I had.
So you're just trying to fill in slots, I guess. It bothers you.
A little bit. Well, it's also just I kind of just put some stuff on them and then take them. I usually take things into the Astromon League first and see how they do.
Mhm.
And then I'm like, okay, this person's dying too fast. What can I change about that? Okay, this glass cannon, but if you can only get off one shot, and let's say I aggro the tank, then that's it. Did
Yeah.
nothing.
Well, Tina's main use, she's pretty much a farmer. I mean, you can use her in PvP as well, but even in PvP, they don't run her with crit rate HP defense. In PvP, it's balls to the walls. Like they're going for blood. They're not going to survive. They're going to kill someone else. Because with her morale boost, she can get her crit up maybe within 2 turns, and then she gets that 40% hunter off, and they're probably running her with max crit on like ruin, so when she crits, mons are going to die. Like it's either she's going to die or someone else is going to die. It's not she's going to survive, but her main use is PvP stomping / story farming. So at least change her set, because you don't have a siphon set, do you?
No.
Working
I barely
on
have
it,
any siphon sets.
trying.
Yeah, I think the only one that has a pure siphon set is Fire Sig.
Which is fine. Yeah, that's pretty much her only uses. I would just run her crit rate, attack if you are going to continue to use her, because nothing in story should be killing her anyways. And she is a bit harder to build on a siphon set because she needs max crit, but it looks like you have a Dark Sarah right beside her, which is just as viable.
Well, I need a leech set for her too. I don't have a leech set for her.
For your Dark Sarah?
Yeah.
And
that was hearing you say that, and I was like, oh, I don't.
No, she doesn't need a leech set. She needs a siphon
okay.
set.
That's what I meant. Siphon.
Yeah.
My bad.
She needs a siphon. Leech is for Titans, but yeah, she needs a siphon set. But she doesn't have. I don't believe she has that. No, she doesn't have a crit requirement like Tina. So Tina's harder to build, but if you have max crit on a siphon set with Tina, which if you do, you must be like Jamin or someone. But if you have max crit on Tina, then I believe in theory she's gonna out damage Sarah in the long run because of that hunter. Even though she has elemental edge, if your Sarah's not max crit, Tina's gonna out damage her. But Sarah's just as viable on a siphon set as Tina is, and she's easier to build in my opinion. So definitely try to aim for a siphon set on her.
Yeah, I mean, I use Sarah for almost everything. If I'm through the early levels of the tower, through early PvP, even farming, and if I need a clean sweeper, I use her because of that elemental edge.
And
She wipes everything.
You do have 4 books on her as well, so you could gem her up. But depending on the gems that your Siegfried has, I would actually, if you can get, maybe you're a gem short for the siphon set, but I would actually recommend her over Sig, because if she crits, she gets that 100% damage boost versus Sig just getting his 30-40%.
I think so.
So
you're better at the numbers than I am on this.
So if she crits, she's gonna out damage Sig. So
okay.
And she shouldn't be dying. I mean, maybe she might die in Star Sanctuary or somewhere, but again, you can just bring someone else. Bring Sig if you need to. I'd run normally like 3 mons on Siphon, not even lying, and then 1 leveling mon. But if one dies, the 2 others are gonna stomp the stage anyways.
Right.
So definitely get her to 60. I would probably focus on her at the moment more than Tina, because she's just easier to build for story farming purposes, which is what her main selling point is. And if you get on a siphon set, you should be able to pretty much do Tower of Chaos at least 1 through 79. Like, I said it, and I'm just like, I'll come back in like 40 minutes and we'll be stuck on Tower of Chaos floor 80. which is pretty nice, so you don't have to watch it. Any plans for your Dark Kana?
Yes. She's got debuffs, right? Oh no, she's got.
She has. I think she heals herself, then she heals the whole squad.
Yeah, that's not morale,
Yep.
but.
So
Yeah,
self-sustain.
Trying to use her for Titans. At least that's what in the reviews a while ago said, but I believe they're trying to wipe those reviews soon, and so people can restart.
For the like the actual in-game reviews.
Yeah.
Oh, you actually read those?
Not anymore.
Oh, okay.
When she came out, yeah, I was kind of doing it, but now the reviews are just kind of BS now. There's no helpful advice in them anymore. It's just kind of like, right here for 6,000 gems. It's like,
So it looks like you have her on crit rate, attack, defense. Not bad. You're just trying to get her to survive, so I definitely understand that. And she sustains on her first skill, and then the second one, attacks greatly restore allies' HP in proportion to amount of damage dealt. So it's kind of I don't know, it's kind of your choice of how you want to build her. Like, you can keep her like this, which is kind of more like the Elio version of a bruiser build, or you could do crit rate, attack, which again does hurt her survivability, but this is fine as well. I mean, if you're going to use her as a healer, I think, wait a minute, you have like $5. It doesn't really increase her HP siphon, but it does increase her damage, which would in turn increase her 5-star HP siphon for the whole squad.
okay.
So the gist of her is try to get her crit rate up a little bit higher if possible. I mean, it looks like you have like a +9 gem on her. Like, if you get a 6-star gem of crit, try and get it up higher, because the more she crits, the more damage she does, which the more she heals herself, which hopefully she crits on her 5-star, so the more she heals everyone.
Okay.
But
that set's good on her. The crit rate set.
Yeah, because she's a dark attacker, and you kind of want to take advantage of that crit damage boost.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got your dark Arthur over here, which you haven't touched, I'm implying.
No, I haven't touched him yet at all.
You do got 2 books for him.
I've been trying to focus on all my other ones and get farther in the story and everything, and just kind of do him on the side until he's up to par. I
mean, he's more PvP orientated anyways. Not much of an attacker, but more of just annoying defender. And okay, so his 3-star skill is HP aggression. So how should you build him?
HP aggression. Well, I'd probably go with life set. HP.
Congratulations, you have beat the game.
I passed.
Or I mean, you could put him on resist. You could put him on a broken set if you have good like resist subs on him. Like I said, you can do crit. Is he going to do amazing damage? No. Will he do some damage? Yeah, but it's not worth it. It's not worth it if you can't get it already.
Right.
But he would definitely need probably Evo 3 to reach his full potential. But I mean, Evo 2 is fine. It's not like I don't believe you're gonna be like a super duper like try hard in PvP, right?
No.
Because
no, I get as far as I can for the gems, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting to PvP a little bit, but I'm not. It's just too much. It's just too much for me.
Yeah, well, they re-rigged the system, so now it's, instead of getting stuck in
what is it like?
Diamond? No, not diamond. I never made it until diamond until just recently. What's this 3rd tier? It's below platinum.
I got no idea. That's how much I PvP. I get
well, below platinum, and I sometimes could get into like the 1st tier of platinum, but then overnight, because I'll do it Saturday night, and by 6 in the morning it's done. Basically by then somebody would have come in and knocked me down 2 tiers, so yeah. I'd only be getting like 150, 100, maybe 170 gems, but now I'm getting like around 200.
Oh yeah, I think they raised. I think once you get like a certain point in PvP, they raised it up to where it resets. It doesn't drop you down to like bronze or something like that.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. But It's just too much because you spend all week climbing the ladder, and then there's one dude that waits until, I don't know, it's usually like 9 my time, but I'm Eastern Standard Time, but he waits until like 8:30 and just gets on a game and just like dumps like 100 PvP tickets just to get to the top.
Yeah.
Like the last minute, he's fighting the dude. He's like, okay, I'm gonna stall out until this last hit. I'm gonna kill this dude. Hit 1. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. I'm not that aggressive about it, but I mean, you see, I've got like 53 tickets. So like right now, I have like just my light Nike and my light Aphrodite, so people can knock me down a little bit.
Yeah.
And then, Friday and Saturday, I'll just spend a little bit getting up to like platinum, and then I'm like, okay. Then I put in a good defense team, so I'm not knocked down overnight.
Oh, you're better than me. I can't even remember my PvP team. I think I just put it to just farm out points because I'm just like, I could possibly make it to heroes if I tried, but is it worth the time? That's gonna be a no for me, dog. It's gonna be.
I always keep the light Aphrodite. That shield of hers is OP. I literally use her for everything.
All right. So for your Dark Jack, any plans on her? It doesn't like you have touched her.
Not in a while. I sometimes use her for farming.
But,
now, when I first got her though, I used her for like PvP.
But why? Why would you use Dark Jack for anything?
Because she was really good at clearing out waves.
Dark Jack? I mean, maybe Light Jack, but not Dark Jack.
She worked for me for a little bit, but that's probably why I haven't used her in several months, is because she only worked for me during my very early stages of the game.
She's like
she was after Sarah.
She's like well, she is. She's like a great value, like Persephone. I mean,
yeah.
Like literally,
yeah,
like
that's why I don't use her. But now that you brought it up, I can probably use her gems for something else.
Yeah, because her adrenaline's 5%. I think she has lower HP than Persephone, but judging from at least your dark types, hopefully you should be able to do B10 without a healer anyway. So she's just null and void.
Yeah.
And then you have an Evo 3 Gatito, but he's not even built. What is this?
I'm trying to focus on the light one first. He seems more, or is he? Or is Dark Gatito better? Because I thought Light Gatito was.
I got bad news for you.
Is it Dark?
It's Dark. I'm sorry.
Oh, but I got a triple square Gatito. Light one.
I'm sorry, but
he's got 2, which is okay, but dang it.
Dark Gatito is extremely not Dark Gatito, but Light Gatito is extremely similar to Dark Arthur. So, in terms of damage and usability, but yeah, I would hold off on your Light Gatito. You could still build him because you're committed, but in terms of use, Dark Gatito is 150% far more useful than Light Gatito.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Right. I'm sorry. I had to break it to you. Yeah, I had to break it to you.
Whatever will I do?
Because, Dark Gatito has, I think he's like the strongest hitting single target mon in the game. I could be wrong, but I think he's like the strongest hitting.
Okay.
Like, when I bring mine in Colossus, I'm not sure if you're doing Colossus yet, are you?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Are you doing Colossus yet?
No, I just do the Colossus for the weekly mission, but I'd like to do more of them. But I don't have good enough teams that get through fast enough.
You got one of your team members right here.
Okay.
Yeah, like mine on Ruin, if I hit, I don't know, maybe it's like Colossus or someone where I run a dark team at, but if he gets his 5-star off, the boss has less than 1/4 of his HP left after we're done. Like after a turn or two, and there's a fence down on him, he's pretty much dead.
Okay, and that's for what level?
No, this is for Colossus. This is for one of the Colossi, whatever the heck you want to call them.
Yeah, but which is it? Like
I believe it's the light one.
Oh, okay.
But that's from him alone. Like I didn't even get to the second squad yet. That's from that dude alone. That's how strong that dude is.
Okay, sweet.
So try to get if you can't get max crit or near max crit on Ruin set, which Gatito, I would just run crit rate, attack, attack. You could do crit rate, attack, HP, but depending on where you use him at, he may only survive a couple turns anyways. As long as he gets his active off, something's probably going to die.
Right.
So you could do crit rate, attack, attack, or crit rate, attack, HP on Intuition or Ruin, but aim for max crit. If you can get him on Ruin with 100% crit rate, then he's golden. He's done. He's done. It's over. Congratulations, you beat MSO. Basically.
I win the game. Okay. And so wait, what was that? You said there was 2 gem sets. There was max crit with which gem set?
If you can't get max crit or near max crit with Ruin, then aim for Intuition.
Okay.
Which Intuition gives him the 20% crit rate bonus.
Okay.
But it needs to be.
I'm writing all of this down because I have the memory of a dead gnat. So I'm
mean,
trying to write it down just to kind of like remind myself later.
you can always check out the stream too later. I mean.
Yeah, that is true.
But yeah, don't put him on anything else. He needs crit. He needs crit.
Right.
I don't care what anyone says, unless you get him on a broken set with max crit, either Intuition or Ruin, he needs crit. But he is one of a kind, and I tear my Gatito up like I can't imagine life without this dude.
Okay, so I should probably build my other 2 dark ones then.
They don't have square slots. You could use. You do have one with a square slot. You do have this one with a square slot. You could use 2 dark Gatitos. I think in maybe Dragon's B10, but is Dragon B10 worth doing? No. So keep him around just in case something else in the game changes or they introduce something else where we need dark attackers. But I would just do one for now and just worry about the other one later.
Okay.
But definitely do one.
Poor girl. Massacre, who are you talking about?
Nice black bullet picture. Any plans for Tanya? I don't find her. I mean.
No, I think I was just collecting her.
Yeah, I got them and it's like, huh, yeah, going into storage.
Yeah, I think for a little while they were good, but then people discovered that there were other mons that were like, eh.
Same thing for Yangshi, Jiangshi, whatever. You need a full curse team for it to be viable. And
I think I have a water one. I have the fully evoed water one.
I mean, I just got her for the gems too, because I don't think a full curse team is more meta than like a sapper team for golems. So it's gonna be a no for me, dog.
Yeah.
And then you have this Dark Leo.
Yeah, he doesn't have any square slots, I think.
Yeah, he doesn't have a square slot, but he doesn't really need it because it could help. It could help, but it's not his selling point. Like, it's not his job to bust out all kind of crits. His main selling point is, of course, his attack down. Silence, not really that useful, but his attack down is like what he's predominantly used for, in my opinion.
Right.
So you could still invest in him. I mean, you could put him on Intuition set if you do want more damage out of him, but
yeah, I don't know really what I'm gonna use him for. I mean, if there's one of those rewards where you get like a 3 gem slot exchange, then I might give him a square slot, or I might give that to somebody else. I don't know yet.
Yeah, I would hold off. I mean, I would say he's okay, but is he worth a gem slot conversion though? I don't know about that.
Probably not.
I don't know about that.
Since his secondary skill isn't really worth much, it's probably
yeah,
not.
that's not gonna do jack squat in Titans.
Okay.
And then you have your Dark Rudolph. Any plans for her?
Yes, I'm planning on trying to get her up for. Wait, go back to her again. She had attack down and predator, right? Is that predator or is that
it's Hunter? Predator's your sword. Hunter's the bam.
Okay, so yeah, I think I'm gonna try her and level her up some, but she's in the background right now. I'm trying to fix the good mons that I have and make them better before I put any more lousy gems on to weaker mons.
It's understandable. She's more of a Titans mon, and
yeah.
You might have missed the memo, like I did first time around with her, keeping her at Evo 2 instead, 2.3 instead of Evo 3, which is not a big deal, but it just changes her 5-star skill from a single target to an AoE.
Oh,
But
okay.
I mean, yeah, she's still usable. Just obviously aim for max crit on her. Will she do as much damage as the 2.31? Probably not. But is she still usable? Yeah, I wouldn't just throw her away.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be crazy.
I mean, it took me forever to build her anyway. I had to wait for so many gleams to get the wood ones up.
You gleamed the wood one?
For the first event. And then I think the second time that came around, there was the dungeon, and so I had a bit more, extra. But yeah, I gleam. If I want an Evo 3, I use gleams from the Astron League shop.
But why?
Because I like her. She's really cool looking. Again, the collector part of me is like, ah.
I'm fine
Finish this
with
one.
the collector part. Like I fully accept being a collector because that's predominantly my take on the game too. But for her, I mean, I can understand it was like a Nat 4 even, but for Wood Rudolph, but why?
But she's got 2 squares too.
But why?
Yeah, I really wanted to try her out in Titans. I've just forgotten about her.
And Dark Gemini, if you need an SP Siphoner for Fire Colossus, then
is she good for Fire Colossus?
just being an SP Siphoner, she's not going to do any damage. She's just there to siphon off the right minion every turn. Like, you attack with 3 other mons on the Colossus, and then you SP Siphon at the very last turn with her or another mon that you have with SP Siphon for both teams.
Okay.
And that's it. Like, so just make her to the point where she survives. So you could put her on HP defense, HP defense, whatever. But that's it. Like, in terms of other uses, garbage. Just
Yeah, that's I'm just for collecting right now.
yeah. All the Geminis, don't do it. I tried to build a fire one like level 60. I'm like, I'm gonna prove the MSL world wrong. I'm gonna put her in a Valor set. She's gonna be like HP attack. Waste of time. Waste of time and money.
Yeah.
Just not worth it. Then you got a Dark Pixie over here. Resilience. Resilience is interesting. I'm not sure if I have any.
Yeah, and that's why I wanted to try and build her up, because I wanted to see if this actually worked. But I've forgotten about her.
I mean, I'm not like a super duper Titans expert, but I mean, I'm not showing her. I'll be honest, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay,
Resilience does give you SP to the squad, so maybe if you could run her with another healer on a Titans team, especially RGB, where she doesn't take elemental advantage damage, she should be okay with her battle rush, so she can get her resilience off faster. But I can't tell you that like I'm a 100% Titans expert. Like I'm getting there, but I'm not there. So I ain't gonna lie to you. But if you were to build her, I would probably just do HP defense recovery. Others might say something else. They're not exactly wrong because, like I said, I don't 100% know.
Yeah. Okay.
And then we're gonna just bypass Dark Slime Knight because he's definitely very aesthetic. I'll give him that.
Yeah, I was just collecting him for that one because he just looked kind of fun.
Yeah, he's definitely very, very aesthetic. But other than that, I mean, I do have him. He's in the storage, but I was like, I got a slime on a horse. Why not? Why not? Dark Neza is another interesting one. I believe you could use her in Titans. I think I've seen a team like back in the day of maybe Fantasy using her in like Golem's B10 or using someone else's, and I think I like Spotlight one. But she does have self-sustain, and then she does have that defense down for 2 turns with an 80% chance, which isn't bad if you don't have any other mons to, I guess, debuff and kind of heal themselves. But it's not. Build her when you can, but she's not priority number 1 in my opinion.
Okay.
But if you were to build her, I mean, she does have a square slot, so you could build her with crit. But if you want to do maybe HP attack on maybe like an intuition set, then there's nothing wrong with that either.
Yeah, because I when I got her in an egg, I was pretty excited because her dark chroma is probably one of my favorite chromas or variants in the game. I'm saying chroma like I'm talking about League, but no, like her chroma, I was like, oh, I gotta have her. So I don't think I'll use her for much. I'm trying to stick with the mons that have the double debuff or double buffs for Titans.
Understandable.
And wait, but her 3 stars, that what's it called? I know what
HP
it's
Siphon?
called. Yes, Siphon. Okay, so that is sustain. Is it a team sustain or is it just for her?
It's just for her.
Okay. All right.
And you've made Massacre very, very angry in chat. And hey, Lucas. And Badass Panda is dropping some knowledge on this chat. So I'm not sure if you can see it, but he's dropping all kinds of knowledge in this chat right now.
I've been glancing over, and I do plan on reading this at some point.
It'll show up, I believe, even after the live stream's over. But he's dropping all kinds of knowledge right now, all kinds.
Mm.
But moving on, okay, you got your light Nike over here.
Yeah.
You have your light Nike over here, and my only question is, well, it explains it because you have a flat gem on her. I'm like, why is her defense?
Oh, do I have a flat gem?
Yeah, for her defense.
Oh, okay.
But I'm just like,
actually, the one on the far right, I accidentally replaced.
But that one's defense.
That's like a 9.
That one's defense percentage, so it's not too big deal other than just leveling it up. But the middle one, I'm like, wait a minute, how come your Nike doesn't have 10k defense? What is this?
Yeah, I'm going through and I'm waiting, usually trying to wait for like the 6-star gems, but I have to pick up my slack and
so
golem.
Are you running golems B10 at all?
No, I usually run 8 or 6 or 9, but that my teams aren't good enough to really get through them fast enough. So
you got the mons, you just need the gems and the teams, but that's why you are here today.
Get some knowledge.
Definitely change that gem. Definitely change that flat gem. If you want to use her in B10, I do see that you have a light Odin as well, so you could use either or. But if you're going to use her in B10, she needs 10k, not 9k crit. I mean, not crit, but 9k defense.
Defense, okay.
So at least 9k. I prefer 10k, but I have the gems, I have the mons that can run it, so I have more access, not excess. But definitely aim for at least 9k for her defense if you're going to use her. But you do have like Odin, so depending on your other mons, you may not need to worry about her right now.
Yeah, and Odin, I will admit, I've kind of let fall behind because I didn't quite know how to utilize her correctly. So maybe if you can give me some gem suggestions for her, that'd be great.
I'll go over to her right now. You do have a flat gem on her. You have 2 flat gems on her, which is a gagging with a machete.
Yeah. just prepare yourself. A lot of these are gonna have flat gems. I was not informed until your last stream that flat gems are not good. So I was like, oh, okay.
Gag me with a machete. Ruin. I'm not sure why she's on Ruin. If she had max crit or near max crit, I could understand that. But as an HP aggressor, does she need crit? No.
That was probably one of those lame suggestions in the reviews, like 9 months ago.
But come on,
I've had her for a
Rayvinn.
long
Come
time.
on. Do you see the videos I upload?
I do, but I forgot about her. Like she's literally at the end of my list. Like she's behind my level 4 light Neri that isn't even gemmed. I don't think so. I have literally forgotten about her.
Does anyone watch the videos that I upload? I just need to know this. I need to know the truth.
I know. I just don't have the gems.
You guys subscribe, but according to these account reviews, this is like Maury right now. According to these account reviews, it's a lie. Like,
no,
it is a lie. But she doesn't need Ruin. You could put her in HP set. I would probably just put her maybe on a resist set and run her triple HP. I mean, that's pretty much it. Like,
Okay.
you could give her crit if possible, but again, she's another aggressor, so I wouldn't really compromise too much to get that crit, because does it help? Yeah, but she's just there to be annoying. That's her goal.
Right.
So triple HP, life set, resist set. You don't even have to do a set. If you can get max resist from a broken set, that's perfectly fine as well. But she at Evo 2, which you do have her at in 60, is an equal viable contender just as Light Nike. So if you want to do Light Odin instead, because all you have to do is ascend her, get her with some more HP percentage gems, then I totally understand.
Okay, cool.
And then
Sounds good.
Light Pixie, again, I'm not a big expert on Titans. It's nice that she has defense down. I don't think...
I love Pixie. She comes in clutch all the time with that vigor.
Where at? Wait a minute.
In Titans.
But wait a minute. What? You have the stream up, right?
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Do you see this?
Yeah, it's just flat gem.
No.
Oh,
Do you see this?
Crit. Is it what, attack?
No,
Or...
it's attack. Chat, do you see this?
Yeah.
I gotta go. I'm feeling sick right now. I gotta go.
Hey,
What?
I kid you not though. She stays up with the rest of the team and she keeps them alive. I kid you not. I've had so many of my heavy hitters that are about to die. She'll pop that heal off and they stay alive for 3 more turns.
But
So I'm afraid to change that because what I have is working for me.
but
So would you recommend an HP or?
well, she's a recovery type, so she's not there for damage. You can see her attack right now is just dirt nasty low.
Yeah.
But you have HP defense on her. You could give her an HP gem. You could give her a recovery gem. You could give her a defense gem. You could give her any gem in the game but attack.
Okay.
And especially, even to everyone watching, do not put resist gems on your mon. The main stat percentage or whatever. Do not put resist on them. Just don't do it. Don't do it. But yeah.
Does it need a recovery gem? I don't know if she needs a recovery gem.
Well, I mean,
But-
do take into account what Badass Panda is saying as well. I mean, I ain't 100% MSO everything. Your boy makes mistakes, but at least take the attack gem off. That's the lesson
but
for today.
So good though, because even then she still stays alive for a long time.
I'm just still curious. Okay, you have the attack gem up here, but there's no recovery. There's some crit rate on it.
Wait, or Pixie. Okay.
Yeah.
Cut up. Sorry, you're on Aphrodite, and I was like, wait, what?
But I just...
And so, how does recovery apply? Because I think that's why I don't put it on a lot of my healers. I think I only have 2 healers that have it, and it's my Wood, Cupid, and Water Nereid. Does that apply to how much health they give, or?
It applies to their SP.
Oh, okay.
So in the I'm not 100% sure on this, but in theory, the more recovery that they have, the easier it should be for them to gain it, and the easier it should be for them to use it.
Oh, okay. So that would fix my well, no, that wouldn't fix my Dark Aphrodite because she needs the HP. Okay, so I'll try and swap out these gems when I have enough gold.
But we are on your Light Venus. Her HP does scale from her not her HP, but her shield does scale from her HP. And so does Adrenaline, and you have her on HP defense plus an HP life set, so not a big deal there. There's nothing wrong for her if you want to keep her like that. I mean, the pros would probably run her in triple HP with amazing defense subs, but
Right. Yeah, I don't have the gems yet to be picky about the substats.
Yeah.
So I kind of just pick the main thing. Now, if they've got like a lot of, uh, what's that one stat that nobody likes? Is it recovery? It's probably recovery.
Yeah, it's recovery.
Yeah, if it has a lot of recovery stats, then I won't pick it. But other than that, I'll be like, yeah, it's HP, sure.
So, I mean, she's fine, in my opinion. Just aim for more high resist right now. I mean, her job is just to do the shield. She's not there for damage. And then you have this light failure over here. Were you trying to use him?
Farming because of his AOE 5-star ability.
His shock?
And he was, yeah, he was okay. Well, and you know when you're, it just cleans. So I just faster, but he was decent in P for a little while. Got to a point where he wasn't healing enough for the damage that he was doing, so he was just fast cannon and dying within turns.
Yeah, I think Light Incubus, even when he first came out, he sounded good on paper. I think 433 tried to buff him, but as far as I know, he's still just like gag me with a machete. Like he's.
Yeah, well, yeah, but then they buffed Dark One, and everybody was mad because they used all their Dark Ones to get the Light One. Like literally the week after they got rid of the Rebirth, and I had like 3 Light Ones, but I put them all into him.
But
a couple of Dark Ones.
Attack restores allies HP in proportion to the amount of damage dealt. If you were going to use him, in theory, maybe HP crit rate attack, just because, what is it? He heals based off the damage he deals. But would I use him? Nah. It's going to be a no.
Yeah.
I mean, he does have books, and he does look cool. He's super duper aesthetic, but...
Alright, Massacres. He's
Yeah.
dying in chat over the Shinobi.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have him, and I believe I got advice from you on your last stream about how to gem him, because I had just gotten him, but I don't have the resources to get him up yet.
I mean, you could build him just to have fun with, but don't expect him to carry you through anything. At least PvP wise, he's gone. He's dead. He's done. Maybe clan versus clan, because there's some clan versus clan teams that I've seen that I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
But any plans for your light Sherlock?
Yeah, I use her often in a PvP and sometimes in early levels of Titan. And I do want to use her more because her exposed weakness is really handy. I just have forgotten about her. That's why she's not fully gemmed.
My only question is attack, defense, crit damage. But the problem is crit damage only works if she crits.
Right. Wait, those must be in the subs. Yeah, those are the subs. Oh wait, no, that was the main stat of that one.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it's the main stat. And she does. It looks like she does have a crit lead, but the only time you should ever use a crit damage gem is if they're max crit, or you're running a mon that has near max crit, but you always run it with a mon like Sherlock that has a crit lead to compensate for their lack of max crit. So I would just take the crit damage gem off. I mean, she doesn't need crit for her to do damage, but her lead does help. But if she doesn't crit, then that crit gem, like that crit damage gem, is basically not there.
Okay.
Like it doesn't exist at all if she doesn't crit.
Okay. Wait, what's Panda saying?
Panda's dropping, like I said, Panda's dropping all kinds of knowledge.
Attack, crit damage.
And then you got your Hana over here, HP defense, HP, which she is an HP. Yep, she is an HP aggressor. Wait, what was her shield again? Okay, her shield is just like Venus, so something needs to go here. I'm not gonna tell you what. I got it pulled up, but I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna tell you what.
Yeah, I think these gems because it took me a while to Evo 3 her. So finally when I had her, I was like, oh, just throw whatever I have on her, just HP, anything.
That defense gem has to go. It has to go. If you're gonna use her.
Oh, the defense one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's the HP aggressor, and her shield does skill off her defense as well.
Well,
So I would definitely switch that. Badass Panda is saying it does have 12.5% rec on it, but
a little bit. Uh-oh.
I mean,
okay, my internet kind of just lagged there for a second.
yeah, it's getting some robotic action going on.
No. Okay.
But I mean, other than that, I think she's okay.
Okay.
I mean, there's 2 HPs on her. Obviously, there's a HP flat gem, but it does have a good recovery substat on it. But
Okay.
when you get a chance, there's a lot going on here. There's a lot.
Yeah. There's too much. I dug myself in a really big hole.
And you do have a light siren, which grats. Light siren is Bay.
Yeah. Well, now that I know that, I'm gonna try and focus on her a little bit more.
With her, I think mine is on maybe HP defense recovery on like a defense set, but maybe you don't need to have recovery on her, so you could do HP defense or HP defense. Her main selling point is her shield. She gets her shield up fairly often, even though it's scaled from her level and not her HP, so it is weaker, but she does get it off fairly often, and her books are very, very easy to get, which you do have plenty of.
Yep.
But I mean, I think I'd predominantly use mine in my boring like AFAC PvP team. But I mean, it just depends. Like, do you have any plans for her in the future?
Yeah, I mean she's got the shield, and I love the shield healers. And since everybody's going crazy about her, I guess that's when I need to focus on. I do need better healers, because I think I only have, for Titans especially, 4 really, really, really good healers, and then the rest are kind of, they keep my team alive for about 4 rounds, and then they start to fall off. So I need to focus on my healers and not just my damage.
Gotcha. But yeah, definitely get her up when you can. It's not priority number 1, but definitely get her up. Any plans for your light jack, which is triple square master race?
Yeah. If there's a good place to use her, sure.
I only use mine in Colossus. That's it. That's it.
All right. Then
I mean,
Colossus
she's
is what gem set? Is this the good gem set or no?
No, she needs both of her skills are crit based.
Okay.
So if you can't get max crit on Ruin, aim for intuition. Maybe crit rate attack HP or crit rate attack. I personally would suggest crit rate attack HP, because her damage, not her damage, but her HP is very, very low, and I swear to you, like, she gets hit once, like a mon sneezes on her, she dies.
Yeah.
But I mean, I only use her in Colossus. I don't use her anywhere else. So if you don't build her, it's not the end of the world.
Well, I need a good Colossus team. I need to get in there and start getting better gems, and also ancient Colossus. That's hopefully one day I can make it to that.
I think you can do it. Do it.
Yeah, I just need to be put in the right direction.
And then you got this light shinobi that Massacre has been dying over.
Yeah, that I haven't utilized very well, or at all. So
I mean, he has Predator and HP Siphon. You do have your water, and you're not water injured, but your water shinobi that I remember. You're like, I use water shinobi. I like him.
Yeah, I use him everywhere. He's awesome.
In terms of his uses, I am not really sure to recommend. I mean, he's a hard hitter, and I believe he's single target, so he can heal on his 5-star. But I think his main selling point is maybe his 3-star. So I'm not honestly sure where to use him at. So if any of the boys in chat has any idea, please let your boy know.
Yeah.
But I mean, if I was going to build him, he does have a square slot. If possible, I would aim for more crit. If possible, if I was building him. But if he didn't have a square slot, obviously maybe HP attack. But I would aim for maybe intuition set, maybe HP crit rate attack, or I would just go crit rate attack. But I'm straight YOLO.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we have killed Massacre.
I'm so sorry.
And then you do have a light Valk and a light Odin. You got a light Arthur too?
No, I want a light Arthur though.
Do you have any plans for your light Valk?
Yes, PvP. But yeah, I don't have any good jibs for her yet. Or not that I know of. Probably the ones I'm thinking of aren't going to be good, but
she's
like Valor or something.
That's fine as long as you have the correct like gems on her. You can build her more attack wise or more defense wise. I mean, it really depends on how you choose to use her. In my opinion, I've seen better defense-based Valks versus the attack ones because, honestly, I try to go for them first because they have shock, and then I'm like Surprise Pikachu. If I try to kill one first round and she doesn't die, I'm just like,
yeah.
Like,
and
what?
Then she shocks your glass cannon.
Yeah, and then I mean, if they build her glass and she dies the first round, I'm just like, we got him, boys. We got him. But normally it's very much more annoying, in my opinion, for her to be defensive than for her to be attack based. Because I know that she has shock. I know that she has predator already. I know that she has 20% crit rate. So I'm going to already assume you're building her to be full glass.
Well, no, I was thinking about building her kind of tinky too. Because now that you bring that up, oh, I'm losing volume.
You're losing volume?
Okay, not volume, but I couldn't hear you for a second in the stream. So I saw you talking and I just didn't hear anything. So I was like, uh-oh.
Got you.
Okay.
But your light Banshee over here, double shock. Again, one of those mons that you could use offensively or defensively. She's, in my opinion, actually not too bad with those double shocks, 80% and 70%, and she does have books. She's not too bad.
Okay.
But you have her with defense, attack, HP. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I don't like flat gems, so I try to trade them out as soon as possible. But I mean, get her HP up and maybe throw her in like a clan versus clan defense team,
Right,
PvP defense team. She'll need more resist though for PvP, at least. But
Right.
I mean, I'm not too big into PvP, and I know a lot of people just run freaking 3 fire Drakas, 4 fire Drakas anyway. So what's the point? Well, what's the point of even trying?
I don't know. I have a couple of fire tracks. I probably need to build them.
And then you have your light Rudolph over here. Again, she needs crit for her SP Siphon, which kind of sucks. She does have a square slot though, but her stun's not bad, but I would say her main use, if you don't have any other mon with SP Siphon, it would be Colossus.
Okay.
Pretty much. Like Kiki, expose weakness and shock. She's one of those mons with the exposed weakness, but I'm not an expert on her animation. I feel like it might be kind of slow. So maybe on manual mode, if possible, it would be better, but we can't do manual on Titans, so it's like, I think if I've used one, my light Kiki, I've used her in Clan vs Clan after she's applied exposed weakness, but other than that, yeah. And
Yeah, no, I don't have many plants. I know I've got a gem on her, but I had other mons that were better.
understandable. Any plans for your light Miho?
I think so. Isn't she? I can't remember what her things are.
She has
She's
the
just sitting there.
she got the buff
Oh,
taunt, and then
fearless
she has
taunt.
attack down.
I might try her for PvP. I think I have a couple more light ones from the recent rebirth because she doesn't. Well, does she need a square slot? I don't think she needs a square slot.
No, she's a defender type.
Okay.
She's her job is just to be annoying. That's it.
Okay. Okay. So I've got a good one then. We'll see. I think I just kind of keep her for the collecting as well.
She may be worth building. Not telling you to build her, but she may be worth building because, like Badass Panda is saying, I have fought one, and if I didn't kill that purse, I would still be fighting her to this day because she just kept getting aggro from my other mons. Especially with me running like a full light team, it was taking forever trying to kill her with purse healing her on the side. But she's definitely not bad since they buffed her.
Okay, well then I'll give her a shot. I've been kind of wanting to fully build her. That and a water Miho. But just I have way too many mons.
Light Gemini, no.
Yeah,
Her attack
just
down's
same.
not bad. 80% chance for 2 turns, but Geminis in general, she's again just a great value purse. She might be even worse than Dark Jack in healing. I don't know for sure, but I mean she's in my opinion the best out of the bunch. But if you don't need a passive healer, then there's no point.
Yeah. I was against a couple though right after this event ended that they were impossible to kill, even with stunners. And like I was like,
the Gemini?
what is going on? Yeah, I guess I just ran into like 2 of the 5 people that have them gem properly that make them incredibly hard to kill. Like, I mean, I actually had the draw thing come up because
Oh
it was
my
taking
goodness.
too long to kill them. I was like, are you kidding me? I have 2 of my glass cannons still available, one of them being a stunner. And I was like, they're not dying. It's so annoying. So, I don't know. I'm not going to waste my time to build her anyway.
I mean, you have Light Odin, so as long as Light Odin get her 5-star off, I would probably say just stick with one of those. Because Gemini's just gag me with a machete.
Yeah.
I mean, you do have a Light Tina, but you have a Dark Tina, and you have a Dark Sarah, so she's just triumphed. She's just blown out the water by those two. If you didn't have neither of them, she would be more viable, but you have them, and I know she's triple square master race, but you have them, so she is on to the next.
Man, all my triple squares are like second best.
I'm sorry. But hold on, I need to use a potty real quick, so BRB.
Everybody just run, take a break real quick. Okay. I like that. The second best, still the best if we don't have the first best.
rest of us will play. What is this? All right. Do you have any plans for your dark? I mean, not your dark sea star. I'm having color issues right now for your light sea star.
Sure. I mean, it would be nice to have a light, that variant skill for a light team. I don't think I have any others that.
Oh yeah, you do have
that.
She does have that crit boost on her, and she is crit reliant for both of her moves. I'm assuming they're 100% if she crits, and if that mon in theory had 0 resist. Not like 100% sure, so like don't come burn my apartment down over that.
Okay.
But I mean, I would probably take Light Miho over her. I might even take Banshee over her because she just needs a buff. Like, she needs a super Evo, in my opinion.
Okay.
And what is that? Yeah. Moving on here. Then you got the lovely Slime Knight again. I mean, wait, is that single target, or is that I don't know if his 5-star skill is single target or AoE.
Against an enemy.
So.
Or treated as that enemy's elemental weakness.
But his description says strikes the enemy, so maybe it's single target. Single target. Yeah, we're gonna go and bypass him.
Yeah, I just got him for the collect.
The morale boost is nice, and elemental edge is nice. I was gonna say to all those out there who don't have a Tina, they don't have a Sarah, they don't even have a Siegfried, but if you somehow got a Slime Knight, you could use him. But him being single target for his 5-star skill is a no. He does nothing. Then you have your Light Sura over here. Looks like you're trying to work on him.
Yep. Yeah, I got him from an egg. Probably about a month ago.
I mean, he does have his own. Actually, he doesn't have his own self-sustain. He just heals everyone. Pretty much all of his moves. Well, both of his moves just heal everyone. And he does have a crit lead as well. So, I mean, if you needed a light healer, someplace where light mons won't get demolished, you could use him. But I'm not really like 100% sure about his uses. I mean.
Okay, so wait, you said he's crit reliant?
No. His variant skill. He does have crit for his variant skill.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, his job is just to basically heal the squad. Maybe if we were running like a Dragons B10 team with a whole bunch of light mons, maybe if you're running B10 with a whole bunch of light mons, I could picture someone bringing him in there. But I don't know. I'm not a Light Sura expert, unfortunately. I can't have knowledge of everything. I just can't. It's impossible.
What?
And then you have your
What do you mean?
triple square master race, Light Gatito, which
I think I'm still gonna try use him though.
You can still build him. The only problem is where you gonna use him at.
Probably Titan since he's single target, or PvP.
He's single target, yes, but what is Sap going to do in PvP?
Do damage over time, I guess. I don't know. Mostly just for that 5th star ability. 5-star ability.
But okay, Sap skills.
Should I put him on a siphon set or something?
Sap scales off that of whatever mon's HP, and in PvP is either stall out until dudes can get their max SP off and just destroy everyone, stun to win, or just straight nuke. There's no competition in PvP where you want it to last like 80 turns, which is what Sap will need in order for it to be able to kill. That's the problem here.
Okay.
Like, he's going to have a lot of HP, but if he saps a, I don't know, Wet Miho in there with 25k HP and Sap takes 3% of her HP, it's going to be a long time before she dies. That's the problem. Like, I mean, Dark Arthur has the same thing, but I think his aggression is on his 3-star instead of his 5-star. But they're not used for damage. They're just used to be tanks. They're just annoying. That's it.
Right. Well, then what about Water Miho? Because aren't both of her abilities sap?
Water Miho is a double sapper, yes. Her selling point is Golems B10 only if you don't have any other sapper in the game.
Oh, okay.
That's it. Like that, you don't use her anywhere else. That's it.
Okay.
And
Makes sense.
you do have a triple square master race, just like your boy with that Sarah, but you have the dark one. You have the dark one. There's no point about that. She's just outclassed. I mean, if you didn't have them, perfectly fine, but you have them, so it's too late. Tanya, again, Astro Guide.
Yep, just collecting.
Probably
Lucy
Lucy.
need to get rid of those gems too.
Lucy does have that double shock, but you do have your light Banshee as well, which could serve as, what type was Banshee? Banshee's balance type. She could serve the same purpose as your Lucy, pretty much just a defense mon. Aim for high resist on her, and maybe HP defense or HP defense. Stupidly sick high resist, and she's just there to be annoying.
Okay. Just status effect, pretty much.
Yep.
Or CC, whatever it is.
And then you have your light Yaksha, who has defense down for 3 turns, and then Predator. Not too bad. Not too bad.
I think she's my newest light 4-star.
Oh, you're getting all kinds of light 4 stars. When are you pulling that light purse?
Yeah, I don't have her yet.
Working on it. Getting close.
Yeah, I had no luck with this last Heroes Fest.
No luck?
No, I got like 1 5-star, but that was after 9,000 gems.
Oof.
That was literally when I had 1,200 left, I got 1 5-star. And I managed to grind out probably 2,400 more before the festival was over, and I still didn't get another 5-star. So I don't know if they kind of like nerfed the rate. You know how before it was like if you summon like 10+1 5 or 6 times, it increases your rate to get the 5-star. So you're guaranteed to get it. I mean what's 600 divided by, or 9,000 divided by 600?
Isn't that like
that was
too
well over
too many darn pulls? You said 9,000?
Yeah, so 15 pulls. After 15 pulls, I only got 1 5-star.
It happens. It happens. I mean, I got lucky this time around, but do I have any hopes for the next pull? No. No.
Yeah.
It is gone. It's gone.
Yeah, and that was only doing 1 pull or 2 pulls for Clanfest, so at least everybody got a gift.
Yeah.
Didn't want to leave my clan hanging, but I was like, I'm trying to save for those 5 stars.
Light Yaksha's use, she does have that nice defense down and Predator, but she is AoE. She is AoE. In terms of her uses, again, she's just like Light Sura. I'm not 100% where I would use her at. Her defense down is nice, but Predator doesn't really benefit in Titans. I mean, you could use her in part of your clan versus clan team if you ever got her to Evo 3, but I'm not like a Light Yaksha expert. She's not bad, but since she doesn't excel in either other, she gets the short end of the stick.
Okay. Yeah, well then I'll just build her for collecting then. I mean, I usually give all the other Yakshas to Rebirth anyway.
I'm actually building Yakshas right now because I'm like, well, it's time to start working on some Nat 4s now.
Yeah.
All right, we
Honestly,
are.
I don't have any good wood.
Do you use your light cocoa?
I do. All the time.
Attack,
PvP.
defense. Not a big deal. I mean, his job is to just pretty much stun. You use him in PvP?
Yep.
With that stun though? 80%?
Yeah, it's off. It actually procs quite a lot. And I use him in Titans because he's the only wood one that I have that gives a wood team a boost. It used to be, I think, wasn't it's the Pinocchio.
Pinello?
Yeah. Was his variant skill always for clan, or was that for? Because I think they reworked him a while ago.
They nerfed his 5-star to Unflinching Strike. I'm not sure if they changed anything because I don't have a variant one, so I never thought about it, to be honest.
Yeah. So yeah, I the only reason I use Kokomaru in Titans is just for that variant skill. He boosts all of the wood types, and I put him with the wood Cupid, Arthur, and not Onmyoji. The one next to Wood Arthur.
Persephone?
No, he's got his eyes closed
Nightmare?
and the hands. No.
Sanzang?
Oh wait, no, that Sanzang. Yes, that's it. I'm sorry. You think I don't know anything about this game because I can't remember any of the names. But
hey, if he works, he works. I'm not gonna worry about him. There's other fish to fry.
I've already had enough fish fried today.
You have a crit damage gem on him, and you're running him on Ruin. It's not bad to run him on Ruin, and he's actually one of the mons. I would say a flat gem on him is okay. It's not end of the world because I don't think his scat skill high enough anyways for the percent to offset the flat gems. I think the flat might give him a little bit more. But if you're going to go YOLO on him, at least get his crit rate up versus the crit damage. I'm sure if he crits, he does great damage. But he has he does have that lead as well. But he has less than a 50% chance to crit before he dies. So he's going glass, but chances are he probably gets whomped on before he even crits. Just due to RNG.
Yeah, well that's why I put him with one of my shield healers.
But
will keep him alive a little longer.
Ideally, I do try to put my Sea Strikers on like a leech set, so HP attack.
What do you mean Sea Striker?
What do you mean? So what?
What's a Sea Striker?
Courageous Striker. You see him over here?
Oh, Courageous Striker. Okay.
When you see the little sword and the little Titan over there crying.
Yeah.
That's what I picture when I see Sea Striker. I just picture like something like about to hurt a Titan.
I never realized it was crying until now.
Yeah, he got a little tear in his eye. He's like, "No, don't hit me. Don't do it." But I mean, he does have a square slot though, so you could go full YOLO on him and take full advantage if you can get more crit on him, which I'm kind of jelly because I have 2 of them. 2 Evo, I think I have like 1 Evo 2 and 1 Evo 1 at the moment, but they don't have the square slot, so they got to do HP attack. That's just the name of the game. But
yeah.
He's still a decent Titans mon. He's not as strong as he used to be, but he's still decent.
Yeah, he's not that good anymore. Because even with the gems that I had now before they nerfed him, he was always on my first team, and he would add like an extra 1,000,000 damage.
Yeah, he's definitely not bad. Wood Cupid, I'm not a big fan of. Oh,
I love him. His shield comes in clutch for me.
I'm not a big fan. I mean, you got Hana and you got Siren. If you use them, you use them. I mean, but again, okay, you got defense. But this one, I know the stream needs to catch up. But
the attack, yeah.
But why?
Well, because I think I heard somewhere that, and you've kind of mentioned it before, how some of them will hog the SP, and that's from attack, right? If they don't have a recovery set or something.
I think it's a couple of different factors. It might be from attack. It just might be from other mons having better recovery or just lower recovery or something.
Yeah, so I thought I from what long time ago. I mean, I've had him since probably my 3rd month of playing. I thought putting an attack gem on it would keep his SP up because what was happening, because that wasn't an attack gem before. I think it was either a defense or an HP, but he just wasn't getting his SP, so he would be dying. It would be like the 5th turn, and my team is almost dead, and then he finally gets his health or his healing ability and his shield, but it's too late. Everybody's already dead. So I don't know. I guess I can change that, see how it works. Because this is a recovery set. Yeah, it's a percentage recovery set.
I mean, you could still take Panda's advice, though. I mean, he's been dropping knowledge. She said, if it works for you, go for it. Go for it. You got this.
I mean, all I need to do now is get him to Evo 3.
Yep, you do have him at Evo 2.
For so long.
And then you have your Wood Miho. Any plans for her?
Yeah, I use her in PvP. And Titan leader mon for the water one, but she's not. My wood team for water Titan
Attack,
is not
HP,
that good.
attack. Her gems are fine.
Okay.
I mean, just since you use her so much, in my opinion, I would at least finish booking her and getting her to 60. And if you love her, get her to Super Evo eventually.
Mm-hmm.
But her gems are fine. I don't have any complaints with those. Surprisingly.
Yeah. Finally.
Any plans for your? It looks like you're going for Evo 3 Wood Nightmare.
Yes. I've gotten a couple of them. Yeah, I got the triple square. Well, I had one, and I got her to Evo 2, but then I got this one. So I'm trying to work her up and everything, but she's fallen by the wayside.
Morale boost and adrenaline. So I would say, I think mine's on maybe HP defense. I do see some people run her on Pugilist, which I believe mine is on as well. But her job is just to be annoying and keep healing everybody. That's pretty much it. So she's more of a defensive mon, not really there for any damage. So, I mean, build her up when you can, but priority number 1, nah. And then, you good? I heard like a weird noise. It might be your internet or something. Rayvinn, you good?
Hear me?
It's kind of cutting out a little bit. I heard part of what you said. Technical difficulties?
Yep. Okay. There we go. I refreshed the stream. Everything dropped. I was like, okay.
All right. Woodsig, not bad. But of course the problem is Fire Sig just triumphs him.
Yeah.
So especially if you have your Fire Sig, if you have your Fire Sig at Evo 3, if you plan on doing Titans, I would probably just build the water one next and then build him last. He's not bad, but his moveset doesn't loan itself to Titans. And I mean, it's more PvP based. There is people that may run him still, but they probably don't. Because like Badass Panda did say, I mean, I have a Wood Nightmare, but Fire Draka is meta right now, so he just rest in peace fire types. I mean, not fire types, but grass types, wood types, whatever you want to call them. So I mean, if your Siegfried's not Evo 3, feed him for now. I hope to get him to Evo 3 one day, but he's not like super big on a priority list.
Yeah. No, I was planning on just giving him to my Fire Sig.
Any plans for your Wood Arthur?
Yes, he's going. That one in particular. Oh wait, no, that one's a double square one. Yeah, that one's going to Evo 3. He's really good for Titans with me.
He's really good
like
for Titans.
Yeah, I use him for Titans because he's the only other wood one that I have, and with the his HP, he just stays alive, and he doesn't get his 5-star ability up that quickly, so he just keeps smacking them and just outstands a lot of the damage. Again, I do not have a good wood team at all. My wood team consists of Kokomaru, Wood Arthur, Sanzang.
If he works, he works. But his gem set, it's fine. You have on HP defense. I mean, there's flat gems, but we've been over that already, so we know the whole ordeal. What about your wood purse?
Wood purse, okay. Or like just or PvP.
Do you have any like thoughts or any uses about her? Do you actually use her?
Occasionally. When I'm farming water levels in PvP, but I don't have her strong enough, so she's kind of my third choice.
You could keep her, or you could feed her. Badass Panda just said that she is usable in Water Colossus, which I'm glad he mentioned because I feed my wood purses as soon as I get them. But
I think I have 2 because I got one. I started one. Oh no, maybe that's a fiber. Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, you have
there's
2.
One at the end. Yeah, so this
You have
one.
2.
I think this one had a square slot, and I think the other one didn't. So yeah, I've got to work on gleaming them up and
HP attack defense. You can, like Badass Panda said, if you want to use her as one of the sappers in Colossus, I'm assuming, and she does have attack down, you can. If not, I would just feed her to fire because you have a fire one.
I have 2 fire ones, and I have a variant one
fire ones?
that has. Yeah, well, I got one, and then for a long time I didn't get another one. But the second one I got was a variant and had square slots, so I was like, okay.
Don't tell me you have an obsession with square slots.
A what with square slots?
You have an obsession?
Sort of. Well, because when I first started playing, I don't know if you heard of Mogati.
Yeah.
I think him, and I think there's somebody else. I don't think it was Fantasy or Nestia, but they said if you have a square slot, you're good on any of them. So that was kind of my thing. I was like, okay, as long as I have a square slot, I'm good.
Well,
so
I mean,
usually. Sorry, go ahead.
They're not wrong because B8 is the most easily farmable, but I mean, I'm not saying they're to blame, but a lot of people are to blame to have the square obsession that a lot of MSLers just have. I mean, if the mon doesn't need crit, in my opinion, it doesn't need a square. Like, my preference is a square, a diamond, and a triangle. Like, that makes me the most happiest if I don't get a triple square master race. If I can get a square, a diamond, and a triangle, I'm like, my life's complete. That way I can farm B10 and not be worried about having to get 3 of the same gems.
Right. Yeah, that is a downside of it. To have 3 of the same shit.
Then you got your Sanzang over here. You do have her at Evo 2. There's a HP, triple HP, and an HP set.
Yep, keep her alive for
and
Titans.
She has
Get that constant attack down.
Yeah, she has all kinds of attack down, all kinds. My only complaint is aim for more resist when possible, but other than that, I mean, she's just there to debuff.
She's really good. She'll stay alive for a long time.
Okay, so you have Wood Kokumaru, but you're sitting on a triple square master race Wood Indra.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him. Oh, but he's got stun and thirst though. Thirst doesn't really do anything really, except maybe PvP.
But you're using your Kokumaru in PvP. And Kokumaru, his 5-star skill is Sap.
Yeah, that's true. It still works for me.
Uh,
I honestly just use the Coco for stun. Him along with Fire Arthur. I can stun half the team and take care of who I need to take care of in a couple of turns.
Kokomaru has an 80% stun booked. Indra right out the door has a 100% chance.
This is true.
And he's a nat 5 versus a nat 3.
Mm-hmm.
And like we said with Sap, unless you plan on this match lasting for 80 minutes, it's just not worth it.
Okay.
I mean, so if you were going to use a Woodmon with stun, I would 100% prefer Indra over him, because Thirst, like Panda just said, it is more useful because it steals SP from other Mons if it does hit. It's like HP Siphon, but it needs to be, how would I say it? SP Siphon usually takes from one Mon, because normally it's on 3-star skills. I think there might be a Mon or two with 5-star, but Thirst happens, and then I think within the next turn, it starts stealing their SP away. For his lasts for 2 turns. So if it hits, they might be at max SP about to attack, but once they switch over to their turn, congratulations, that SP's gone.
Yeah.
So it could be definitely.
Is that single target or is that full team?
It's AoE. It's AoE.
Okay. Sweet. Okay.
But if you're going to use him, I would let Kokomaru go and just bring him in instead.
Oh no.
100% stun?
He was my first 6-star.
100% stun versus 80? Because you already have to. You already have to pray to the gods that number one, your stun hits. You don't want to have to pray that your stun number one activates and then it's not resisted. You rather just have, okay, it got resisted, not, oh, did that stun work or was it resisted? I don't know, because he has a chance for it to not work.
Right. Okay.
Odin, I would just feed her. She has HP Siphon and defense down, but you have a light Odin. I mean, you do have Miho, which has defense down, I believe, on her 3-star skill instead. So it's not like you're going to be hurting if you let her go. Any plans for your Wood Shiva?
What does he do again?
He is Predator and Seal.
I mean, he's pretty annoying in PvP, so I might give him a shot, but back burner.
Yeah, I would just hold off on him for now. He's good if you don't have like another strong Woodmon to do damage. But other than that, I mean, we'll get you a B17, we'll get you the B8, the B9, the B10, and once you can comfortably do B10, then I wouldn't really touch B7 unless you're going to do dragons eventually. But of course, you need to do B10 anyways. And then Wukong, you have a fire Wukong, so I hope you just plan on feeding him.
Yeah.
Then Wood Shinobi.
His defense stats, or the defense down, that's the percentage, right? That's not like 100% defense down.
Nope, it's 70 for both of his skills.
Yeah.
But there's other Mons that can do defense down, so it's not like he's hard to replace. He's tankier than those, but if you have a Fire Wukong, there's no questions asked. And then you have Shinobi with SP Siphon and Stun. Again, I only find SP Siphon, at least with the Mons that I've seen so far, just Colossus. I think Light Verde may have SP Siphon, which can be annoying, but...
Oh wait, so SP Siphon works on Colossus?
One of the Colossus. I believe the wood one. If you let him get max SP, rest in peace to the squad.
Okay.
Because one of his minions will get max SP, and then they buff him, and then he attacks, and yeah, you're going down in flames. It's just how it is.
Yeah.
But other than that,
so
I
didn't think that status effect worked in Colossus, because they're kind of a lot of stuff like that doesn't work on them.
I think it's just it's not for him. That Colossus itself is for his right minion. I think he's the only one that SP Siphon is even viable on. That minion. I mean, I think you can siphon all the minions, but other Colossus is just like burst them down before they can do anything.
Right.
And if they die, then the minion can't do anything.
Right.
And another Sanzang. Then you got a Hana.
I think that Sanzang is square slots.
Yep, that one's she is triple square master race.
Yep.
So just build her as your other one, and she's perfectly fine. Then you got your Hana with that attack gem, recovery, and HP. Does she do her job?
She's not high enough.
Oh yeah, it looks like you're trying to level her up.
Yeah. So, but I'm assuming you want me to get rid of that attack gem, correct?
I would like you to get rid of the attack gem. Panda says if it works, it works. So please remember, this account review is just advice. That's right. All it is. It's you can take it. You can say, Elio, you are full of shit, and just totally ignore it. You can do whatever. But at the end of the day, it's just advice.
Well, it's all helpful advice. So I'll give anything a shot if it improves my game.
And then you have Wood Merlin, which you need to go ahead and gem up as soon as possible. If you're trying to go hard in Titans. And you do have a water one. I would just feed the water one to him.
Okay.
But you could build him any numerous ways. I've seen him on crit rate attack, crit rate attack HP. I've seen him on HP attack. It's really up to you if you want him to survive more instead. He doesn't need crit. He doesn't need it.
Okay.
But as long as he has attack, as long as he's surviving to do his job, then there's no real complaints there. Then you got your Wood Anu over here with a square slot, which is great. Are you working on him?
Yeah. Jeez. There's so many that I've like started and just haven't been able to.
He's not worth the gleams, but if you can get one built, he is legitness. He is 100% legitness, especially with his double hunter and his crit lead.
Okay.
And you can get him to Super Evo, so he is legitness if you need a strong hitting Woodmon. Is he worth the gleams? No. So if you get him at Evo 3 within a year, not a big deal. But would I gleam him right now? No. So I mean, just keep him there and work on him when you can, but he's not priority number 1.
Okay.
But if you were to build him, he needs max crit.
Okay.
No max crit, you're wasting your time. Because both his 3-star and his 5-star skill, even at Super Evo, is useless. Because no crit, no damage.
Right.
Then Banshee, I think guys were saying the other live stream about Banshee being viable in maybe one of the dragons or one of the golems. Since she has morale boost and defense down. She is triple square master race. You can choose to invest in her. I'm not going to tell you not to, but maybe I would run her HP attack if you do choose to invest in her. If not, just feed her to another one, but yeah, I think your light one's Evo 3 already.
Yep.
So, I mean, you could just hold on to her and get her to Evo 3 and use her in one of those.
Yeah, gosh, I got her towards the beginning as well, and I just got a couple of better Pokemon. Jeez. What am I thinking about?
Same thing.
Yeah, she just fell behind.
But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't prioritize it right now. We'll take a look at your Golem box. We're getting there. We're almost there. We got two more to go. But Lucy's, feed him.
Yeah, I'm just using.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm feeding him to the light one.
Okay, understandable. Sap and petrification. In my opinion, petrification is only nice if you have a wet purse. Other than that, any mon that has petrification, bye. Because you could use Petrification as a stall tactic with Purse, at least, because she does have the passive healing. If your team is about to get nuked, you just have to pray that she doesn't get resisted. But other than that, since it like increases their defense by like, I don't know, too much, you can't really damage them if they're petrified. So it's like, I can't do anything with you but stall you for 1 turn. I can't kill you. So it's just like, no. And Sap, there's other Sappers in the game. No. Then like grab, I mean not like grab bag. I'm having color issues today. I promise I'm not colorblind. But wood grab bag. She does have attack up. I won't lie. I do use her in Titans because she does have attack up. Even though Sap does damage to them, but not enough. But defense, HP, defense. She's fine. Obviously change the gems when you can. Raise her up if you want. You don't have to use her, but if you feel like you need a mon with maybe attack up and you don't have anything else to use for a Titans team, then I don't see any problem with her.
Okay.
As long as you notice that she's getting her 5-star off, she's fine. Just aim for some resist whenever possible, and that's it.
Okay. Yeah, that attack up. I don't have a lot of attack ups. I have Dark, Aphrodite, Fire, Cupid, and this one. Those are my only attack ups.
Would Mona? No, just no. That orange ain't worth the squeeze.
Yeah.
Wood Seether does have the double sap. It, boy, whatever, needs to be booked up. But I think its main selling point is one of the Colossus. So, I mean, once you get to Colossus, work on it. But right now, I wouldn't worry too much about it. And if you were to gem it up, HP, HP defense, HP defense, defense. Its main job is just a sap. And it being a tank type, unlike maybe Water Artemis or Persephone, it's not going to do any damage with an attack gem anyways. I mean...
Right.
And also, Badass Panda did mention that you can use Grab Bag in Colossus as well, which... he may be right. He may be right. I don't know everything. Then you have this light triple square master race. Light, I mean not light Rudolph. Damn, I keep doing this. Wood Rudolph. Wood
Rudolph.
Rudolph.
That's right. She is triple.
You do have her at Evo 3. My only question is, doesn't look like you're using her, but why?
No, not yet. I just Evo 3'd her a couple weeks ago. I just trying to work on the ones I already have. I
mean, I think I do use mine in Aurora Plateau for farming for like super Evo stones and stuff. So HP attack, crit rate attack. Just basically give her something to survive and basically focus on her attack. And she does have that crit lead as well. She doesn't really need crit, but she does have the crit lead. So like her, my super Anu, and then my Wood Incubus, they be putting a hurt on Aurora Plateau. They be doing work. So she's definitely worth building in terms of just a good farming Woodmon.
Okay.
But other than that, no, she's not. I wouldn't bring her in Titans. You may be able to get away with her in Clan versus Clan, but her defense just isn't enough to warrant her risk of trying to get her Predator off. She might survive a turn. She may not survive a turn. It's just Russian roulette with her. But predominantly used for farming Aurora Plateau, in my opinion.
Okay.
Until you get Mons. Until you get Mons
sorry.
with Siphon Set. Until you get Mons with Siphon Set. Like, once you get Siphon Set, then I don't... I run Light Sarah, Dark Sarah, Draka. I just... have at it.
Yeah, that's good to know, because I'm in the Aurora Plateau, and I need to speed it up, so that's good that she's...
The only
a good choice.
Other one worth talking about, in my opinion, might be your Radis. Of course, Titans Mon, if you're going to use him. HP defense, defense. Aim for high resist as possible. And make sure you skill book him even before you gem him up, because his 3-star skill has a 30% chance for 3 turns, like by itself. without books,
Okay.
which is awful.
Yeah.
But
So gem him up before I make him a 5-star?
No, book him up. Book him up as
Okay.
soon as possible. Because once you book him up, he gets an additional 20%. So it's still low, but 50% chance for 3 turns is a lot better than 30.
Okay.
So definitely make sure he's booked up before anything else, or
Jeez, I got 75 books for him? Jeez.
or you're wasting your time.
Yeah.
And we'll move over here to the
Yeah,
the
these
water
are all-
mons.
Yeah, these are all just the regular.
All right, so we got Mona here with attack, defense, HP. Where do you use your Mona at?
Everywhere. Titan. Dragon if I have to. PvP if I need a good water comp. She's a staple. I don't think there's a place I don't use her. But I think I just got a triple square one, so I'm going to be building her up too.
All right, so her gems are fine. Obviously,
The flat gems.
yeah, obviously that. But since you use her everywhere, how come she's not fully booked?
I don't know. I just forgot it. I forget that that's a thing sometimes. And honestly, I thought she was booked.
I mean, yeah, you started on her, but I would just say just get her fully booked up.
Okay. I got 22 of them too, so.
And then
I could
your
probably make 3 more.
your water siren with her attack gem as well. Do you use her a lot?
Yes, I use her everywhere. Titans. So my water team is my best team for Titans, and it's Mona, Nereid, that first Valrona, and then Water Draka.
Again with the attack gem though,
It.
it is what it is. Hey,
I mean, I can get rid of it, but it's working out for me so far.
if it works, it works. We're gonna go over here though to this wood shinobi that I remember you mentioning a while ago in a live stream.
Oh, my wood shinobi?
Not your
Or
wood
my-
shinobi, water. I told you already. I'm having elemental problems today. You guys don't understand. There has been a lot of account reviews done, especially within like this last week, and I am fortunate enough to do them, but it is a lot of mons, so I don't know. I'm having some like cross wiring going on right now. I don't know. I'm on next level stuff right now. I don't know, but
Yeah, see, I've got to regem him.
Defense,
I haven't
attack,
looked at his
HP,
gems in a long time.
they're not bad. I mean, if you use them, he's fine. I mean, aim for more resist and crit rate since he is an attacker. He doesn't need it, but if you use him as much as you say you do, it wouldn't hurt him. It wouldn't hurt him in the long run.
Yeah, I do need to update him. I mean, those gems are from. I think he was my first 5-star I ever pulled from. I think for a while, like you had to pull a 60 like a 1 pull from the shop.
Mhm.
And for a mission, like probably over a year ago now. But he was my first 5-star I ever pulled from the shop, and a variant too.
But hey, I'm totally.
But that's what those gems are from. Those are like I need to redo those.
My only complaint is you got to do your boy justice. You're doing him wrong right now. You got to do him justice. If he's the first Nat 5.
Yeah.
And then you got your water Indra over here.
Mhm.
HP, attack, HP. Does he work? Does he do his job?
Yep.
If he works, he works. I would switch an HP gem out with attack. But again,
Okay.
this is just advice. Ideally though, I would like to put him on a leech set in the future once you can do dragons. Same set, doesn't matter. I mean, you could do HP attack, same set, but ideally leech is like the go-to for sea strikers. But if he works, he works.
Mhm.
And your wet Barona, which is HP not HP, double attack and defense. Does she work?
Yep. With a water Draka too. It's amazing.
Get her with more resist if possible, because I keep saying resist because if the Titan stuns them or they do attack down on them or something like that, then it kind of lowers their damage.
Right.
Because if they're stunned for 3 turns straight, then they're not doing any damage. But other than that, I mean, again, that's just a matter of subs, which we know MSL, that's going to take a year for one good sub. And then, yeah, like I said, Badass Panda is dropping so much knowledge right now. If he could be in the same room with me, I would just like, Badass Panda, come over here, sit down, man. I'm gonna go walk my dog.
Yeah.
Handle this for me, man. You got this.
This one's rough. We need two guys on this.
Any plans for your wet Mari, whatever the heck you guys want to call her?
Yep, I use her all the time.
She is another great value Persephone, but she is more Titans based, so that's pretty nice. But wait a minute. But why?
But why what? Your stream's lagging for me a little bit, so I don't know what why. Oh, is there a flat gem?
No.
Or is it just? Are they 4-star? That's probably why. I don't know.
It's 4-star, but I'm seeing some over here. They might not be HP, but why? Like if you guys can't get this isn't just for you, but if you guys can't get like a full amazing set on the Mons, then there's nothing wrong for broken set. There's nothing wrong with her having a 6-star HP gem on a broken set. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it at all. And then it looks like you have a attack gem on her as well. Yep.
Oh, okay.
So HP, attack, and HP. Her adrenaline works off of her own max HP. Not sure if I would put the attack gem on her. She is a tank type, and you can look at her attack right now, and it's dirt nasty low. Like,
yeah.
Her main selling point is just healing the squad and doing the attack down. So switch out that attack gem. You could do another HP gem or a defense gem, but switch out that attack gem, and she should be popping.
Okay.
And get her to Evo. I mean, not Evo 3, but get her to level 60 though, because it scales off her own max HP. And once she's level 60, of course, you'll have higher HP.
Right.
And then you got
I agree, Yvonne. I do need to hit B10 so bad.
You got this Wood Hades HP defense attack. So more bruiser build, not bad.
Water Hades.
Yeah.
You said wood.
Just pay no mind right now. His main job is debuffing, but he does have that Sea Striker on him as well. So I can understand you wanting him to survive as long as possible. Nothing wrong with that. Obviously switch his gems when you can. Get him to level 60 when you can, and that's pretty much it for him.
Now is the I think that's the
what?
Is that the leech or the siphon set that I put in him? I think that's the siphon set because I want to get to 5-star.
No, you're aiming for the leech set on him.
Leech set, okay.
Which is fine. I mean, if you get a full leech set and it's just like not even percent, but it's flat, I mean, go for it. Even with the siphon set, if you do Dragons B1 and get like 3 gems of siphon that are 2-star flat, throw them up there. As long as you got a siphon set, you got it.
Yeah. Okay.
But then you have your Water Kana with defense down and then attack down. You do have some books for her as well. HP, defense, HP. Her gems are fine.
Okay.
She does have good resist on her as well. So her HP, I mean her resist is fine.
Sweet.
I have no complaints, and she's Evo 3. Just get her to 60 when you can. Any plans for your wet Garuda?
I think so. I mean, his 5-star handy in PvP. Other than that, not really. Just when I need an extra water type, I'll get him.
If he works, he works. I mean, that's the motto for today.
Yeah.
HP attack.
The best as we're gonna get.
Not sure why you have double HP on him.
On who?
On your water Garuda.
Garuda? Oh, because he kept dying so quickly.
Have you tried like a defense gem maybe?
I mean, yeah, I can.
And then you have him on Ruin with 10% crit rate.
Yeah, he was one of like my early on months. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just like, oh, damage.
I mean,
sweet.
You could keep it up there. At this point in time though, Valor might be more better for him in the long run. Mm-hmm. Since his crit rate isn't going to change. But I mean, I would just hold off on him for now. And do take in mind what Panda says, because he's not lying.
He dies too quickly, even
he's not lying.
With HP on him.
And you have attack, HP, and defense on your Draka, your water Draka.
I love my water Draka. When I first put him on my water team, damage to the Fire Titan. Just with him on it. And now I can get up to at level the mid 40s. I can do 11 million damage with my water team.
Go ahead, girl. Go ahead.
I was like this is my only probably redeeming thing right here. It's just how good he is for me. I think when I got him, because I think this is when you were still in the clan, and once I put him on my team, I was like right underneath you.
Oh my god, I'm almost there. I'm almost there.
Yeah, but it was, oh man, he's so good. I love him so much. And then I have the Indra and Kana after him, and it's just like I'll literally be attacking that Titan for like 6 minutes.
Rip that Titan. My only complaint is, of course, just getting to level 60 when you can. You're using the Valor set to get a little bit more damage out of him. Not really an issue as long as he's surviving, because that's his selling point, the double weaken. But other than that,
what would you recommend on him though? What would you put him at?
Like what set?
Yeah, or
I mean,
gems,
not even.
Anything.
Yeah, I try not to recommend sets unless the mon is crit rate dependent, like Gatito is. So I just try and say, I would say HP attack defense fine. You could do HP defense as well. Again, his main selling point is weaken, not so much damage. But if he's surviving, then there's no over surviving. Like, you survive and that's it. There's no benefit to, oh, you have more defense, I'm gonna give you a damage buff. There's none of that in MSL. So if he survives, then give him more attack. But if he's dying, keep him how he is.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's some flat gems on him. So, because I think the gems I gave him are like ones that I had on other mons before, and I just had sitting in there, and I just kind of popped them on him just to see how they'd work.
Gotcha. And then you have your wet Balrona with defense, attack, HP. She does have 32% crit rate.
Okay, no, she doesn't have the triple. This was the different.
She does have 32% crit rate, but again, if you're gonna go Ruin, probably just pedal to the metal and just go full glass and try and get as much damage out of her if possible. And especially with Ruin, you should have near max crit rate on her, because if not, it makes it really, really RNG where her damage is going to be. So she might do more stable damage on like a Valor set instead.
Okay.
So I would change that, but you can keep, what is it, defense, attack, HP. You can keep the bruiser build on her. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think well, yeah, I do have a second Valrona, and I think she's more canon with Valor.
Yep, you do have another water one.
Yeah.
I have 0 water baronas, just 0. But get her to 60 when you can, and she's good to go.
Yeah, man, the fire titans are quaking. My water mons are the best out of all of the elements I have.
Any plans for wet Valk? You gonna feed her?
Well, no, because she's got that defense down.
She has a defense down on her 5-star. Yes, 100% chance. Do you use her anywhere?
I occasionally, if I need a second team for the fire titan, I'll put her on. But other than that, no. A bunch of water Katine. Oh yeah, I hate water Katine in the
Okay, she's
tower.
attack, HP,
or wood Katine too.
defense. Her gems are fine. She is kind of squishy, so it's either like build her bruiser set like you have her, or just go in with the attack. But she's fine. Just get her to 60 to help increase them stats up.
Okay.
And then you're working on the wood nightmare, so we don't have to worry about her. Your wet nightmare, we don't have to worry about her. Unless you're gonna do wet nightmare instead, but you already you're already 2.1 evo into your wood one.
Yeah, and she didn't have. I mean, does she need square slots?
No. Her main job is just to be an annoying piece of trash. That's it.
Okay.
Trash in a good way.
Yeah.
Then you got your other wet shinobi that you're working on just gleaming up.
Yep, and I'm gonna feed because I think this one. Oh no, okay.
Yeah, that one has square, triangle.
Yeah. So, well, does he need squares though? Because if not, I'll just keep him or feed him
No,
to the one area.
he doesn't need squares.
Okay, so I might. Well, but he's got a triangle though.
This
I don't
gem
know.
obsession.
I know.
Wait a minute.
It's just,
You have a fire shinobi. Just feed him to fire shinobi.
but I kind of want to get my main shinobi, my other one, up to 3. But what does fire shinobi do?
Fire shinobi's sea striker.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
And
Okay, so yeah, I'll do that.
I can't remember. I think his 3-star skill is sea strike, and then his 5-star skill is attack down. But he is single target. But fire shinobi, his damage is nasty in Titans. It's just gross.
Okay. Yeah, my fire team needs a little work too. My fire team is a little better than my wood team. My water team is through the roof.
Any plans for your water Odin?
I just use her for PvP for the stun.
Okay. Attack, HP, defense, perfectly fine. And she does have that 100% stun for her first skill. Then her second one is 70% chance for 1 turn. Not bad. Just get her up and get her to Evo 2 if you do use her when you can, just to help ensure her survivability. But other than that,
okay.
Then you do have a water purse. Do you?
I do need to utilize her more. I don't use her enough.
Okay, you got her triple HP. Get more resist if possible, but other than that, get her to Evo 2 when you can, and get her to 60.
Okay.
And hey, Yifri. And then we have your water zoo. Any plans for water zoo?
Hang on, I gotta let the stream catch up because I don't know what she does.
She has Fearless Taunt and Stun.
I mean, I guess that's a good Titanmon. I don't have a lot of tanks. I need to invest in some tanks. So I guess she could be a good start. I do have 2 more of her in storage.
I wouldn't say Titans. She has Fearless Taunt and
Titan,
Stun.
PvP.
Yeah.
That's what I meant, PvP.
Yeah, she's Light Miho has attack down, I believe, for her 5-star, but she has stun. But yeah, she could be annoying just like Artemis. But the only problem with Zoo, though, her stun is 80% chance for 2 turns, but it's single target.
Okay.
It's not AoE. If it was AoE, it'd be like, take my money. But it's single target, so it's like, you're kind of good, but I'm not sure what you're trying trying to do here? I would say maybe hold off on her. Hopefully you can pull like a wood one or something, because the wood one is a sea striker. But I would just say put her in the back burner for now. Just worry about other mons.
I think maybe I do have a wood one in storage. I don't know. Once everything goes to storage, it's forgotten.
If you build her, I would just wait till later.
Okay.
And then
just for collecting.
your wet Arthur, any plans for him?
Isn't he really good with
That's just that darn gleam.
he has his attack down?
Yep, morale boost and attack down.
Okay, so I mean maybe probably just feed him to my fire Arthur.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I am a big
And that's
contender.
also 60% attack down too. So for 3 turns though.
Yeah. I've seen him mainly used in Clan vs Clan and PvP because his attack down. Other than that, I can't think of anywhere else. I'm sure Badass Panda knows because he's been stepping in for your boy. But you can feed him. You can hold on to him for now. It's not too much of a big deal.
Okay.
Then you have 2 water Shivas, which is congratulations the new meta. Since they buffed him, he's no longer a laughing stock. He is a potential problem for some teams. If you need a tank, he might be better suit than not Sanzang, but Zoo. Of course, aim for some high resist though.
Okay.
But HP defense or HP defense is really just up to you how you want to build him. But I wouldn't prioritize that too much right now. We got to work on these golems first. And I'm noticing you have some level 60s, but I don't feel like you have enough.
No, I don't. I've only been recently doing a lot of the 60s. I pretty much only do a couple for the monthly missions. Because other than that, I don't have enough gold.
But why?
Because, do you see all of that energy? Clearly, I don't use it.
But why? Yeah, that's it for him. Then you have a on my OG without a square. Just let her go. She's dead to the world. She's dead to the world.
I'll save her for 5-star.
Yeah, she needs
rebirth.
Since she has double hunter, she needs crit. You can get max crit without a square slot, but there's plenty of other water mons in the game. You already have plenty of other water mons. You feeding her is not gonna change anything, in my opinion.
Okay.
It's just not. Same thing for.
My only on Myoji though.
Say what?
Kind of weird. I think she's my only on Myoji.
Yeah. So just hold on to her. You can have the ones that I pull all the time. And then Water Merlin, feed him to your wood one.
Okay.
Pixie does have dominance, but Evo 2, not really sure about her use. I don't have.
She was one I wanted to try out too. I haven't fully evoed her yet. I've got a couple of other pixies to feed her.
Boltwing, hell no. Boltwing, double petrification.
He's actually pretty annoying for me in PvP.
Double petrification. I mean, he's gonna stall you out, but he ain't gonna kill you. Woodanu, basically like Water Valk, but flipped. But of course, you gotta farm to get him. Not worth the gleams either, because again, there's just so many water mons in this game. Anyways, it's no point. Get him when you can, but just I said Woodanu, Wateranu. I would go for Woodanu first before I would go for him.
Okay.
And then the Lucys, they're decent for Titans if you can get her to Evo 3, in my opinion. Because the double attack down.
Water Lucy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
well, I probably should build her instead of the light then, because I don't have enough Lucys.
But I would say, is she worth sacrificing all those Nat 4s for? If you have an abundance, if you've already got your Asher Guide filled out, or most of them, or whatever you want, go for it. But I wouldn't go out of my way to get her. Like, if you just happen to have stuff left over, do it, but not priority number 1. Vamp,
right.
no. Just know.
Okay. Yeah, the 70 and 60% chance. I was like,
Neza's not too bad with attack down and blind. Pretty much a Titan's Mon.
okay.
So
Well, I think I need to feed her to my gold one or my dark one.
yeah, you could definitely feed her. I mean, she's farmable, not farmable, but pullable, and
Yeah.
I would prefer the fire one first over the water one. If I was building any RGB Nezas.
Blind is useless after trinkets.
And then Wild Fang, no.
Okay. Sorry. I actually did have a question because I think the next Super Evo is her. What are there any good Wild Fangs I should be building or should have built already?
Fire's pretty good. Fire's great, self-sustainer and DPS.
Okay.
The light one recently got a buff as well, so I would say the light one's pretty darn good.
Okay.
And then of course everyone wants the moneymaker over here, the dark one.
Right. Okay.
Other than that, I've seen water ones and I've seen wood ones in PvP, and they end up just getting floored. I mean, that's it. they just get stomped on.
Okay. Cool.
Then looks like you got Wet Miho over here.
Yeah, I've had her for a while.
Got her attack, defense, HP. Nothing wrong with that, but you do have Purse as a sapper for golems, so you could bring her in as an additional sapper whenever you don't need a healer like Odin, and you can just run 4 DPS. So you could hold on to her for now, which I'll just wait until I pick out some teams that you don't have to use, but just a template. So you could use her, you cannot use her. We just have to wait and see.
Right. Okay.
And then you got Shelly over here. His main job is staying alive for Titans and doing defense down. Though I hear some people do prefer Water Seedler over Shelly, because Water Seedler has double defense down and not Predator, which he's normally not built for damage anyway, so it's not like you're missing much. Not to mention, I believe Water Shelly likes to hog SP, which is a no-no.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think I only have him because I was just filling out the extra guide.
perfectly fine.
And I think one of the what are the new like trinket missions that you go on? I think he's one of the See, you're having a problem with colors. I'm having a problem with words right now. He's one of the suggested mons to bring out on your excursion.
Oh yeah. It's Shelly for the expedition things.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Yeah, so that's why he's unlocked, is because he's used for those.
And then you got Triple Square Master Race Mona over here.
Yep, building her up.
We've talked about her. Water Sea Star.
I don't have really any plans.
40, 60. Yeah, you probably just built her up for the gems.
Yep.
Water Yangshi, again, probably just for gems.
Yep. Well, I wanted to try the curse thing out too, but it's gonna take me forever to even try it.
The problem with curse is it's only viable if there's a lot more curses applied to said target.
Now I know is it one of the Hades? Doesn't he have a curse?
Fire Hades, and
Hades,
then
yeah.
I think maybe Dark. Maybe Dark.
Yeah, I think Dark might have the double curse.
And it does scale, I think, off their attack, but is it worth it? Like, in my opinion, no. Just bring a sapper.
Okay.
Just bring a sapper. It makes your life far more simpler. And then Water July. She has Shieldbreaker, which is nice for one of the Colossus, and Adrenaline for the 5-star skill, 5% of a Nat 3's HP. Nah, dog.
Yeah, I just built her for the Master Guide.
Gotcha. And then
And she was triple square.
we have the fire left. So you're working on getting your Fire Arthur to Evo 3.
Yeah, I've had him for almost.
Defense, attack. Does he work?
Yeah.
If he works,
he's kind of secondary though. I really only use him for PvP at the moment.
Because of that stun.
Yeah.
I mean, his defense down isn't too bad either. 60% chance for 3 turns, definitely not bad.
He's got 2 squares too, so. And I've got 2 books, but I'm so nervous to use one because I'm like, what if I get a light one that's really good, and then I don't have any books left.
I would say just hold off. Wait until you get more books if that ever happens. Wait until you get more books. You might end up pulling a light one in the future. If not, hopefully you'll get enough books, and you can just decide what to do then and there, knowing that it's going to hit the last part of the skill, which is what matters the most.
Right.
And you got your fire sig on a siphon set.
Yep.
Defense down, attack. You got a siphon set. I don't care what you got on it. You got a siphon set. Congratulations. I was saying earlier, if possible, I would swap this over to your Dark Sarah instead. Because she is Evo 3. She's a Dark type. Yes, her moves aren't crit reliant as well. But if she does crit, she's going to out damage your Evo 2 Sig because of her being a Dark type. Which could speed up potentially your farming times by a couple seconds. And I feel like her animation is slightly shorter.
Faster.
Yeah, it's slightly shorter than Sig's anyways, because he does that little zoom in on the camera, little drill explosion thing. But yeah,
I hate that. I wish there was something in the settings that could turn that off. The cinematic pan if one of them goes.
Oh no, I think they asked for there to be that. Somebody did, and they're like, we can't turn that off, or we'll fix that. There's an update. Does not fix dynamic camera. What?
Yeah, I hate that so much.
But yeah, I would just switch him over to your Dark Sarah and eventually do Dark Tina. If not, if you still want to continue to use him on a Siphon set, get him to Evo 3 whenever possible, because he was my first Mon on a Siphon set before Sarah. There's nothing wrong with him, but if you have better Mons with shorter animations, why not?
Right. Okay. Yeah, I mainly just use him for wood areas anyway, but Dark
Wood
Sarah
areas?
Yeah, so like Lunar Valley.
But look at his skill set.
Oh, you're talking about Siegfried, or?
I'm talking about Siegfried.
Yeah. So I use him for the wood areas because it just gets through him faster.
But why?
Because wood is weak against fire.
Okay, check. I'm gonna need you to check out his skills.
Oh yeah, that's right. He does have elemental edge too.
He has morale boost,
But
so
I don't know. He's
what?
I find him doing less damage in some areas though.
That's probably because he's Evo 2, and I mean technically he is on flat siphon gems.
Right.
So I can
I
understand you might being wary about bringing him in other places, but the main selling point of Mons with siphon sets on them, like Siegfried, Sarah, Tina, Dark Mona even, is that their damage is pretty much universal. You can use them anywhere in PvE and they'll survive and just clobber the mobs. Like it, that's the whole selling point. So by you only dedicating him to Lunar Valley with a siphon set is like putting him to waste.
Well, I only do Lunar Valley when I'm looking for.
But I mean, having him on a siphon set, especially one with elemental edge, the whole point is just to use them everywhere in PvE. That, like, because they get SP up so fast and they automatically hit that Mon's weakness, you don't need another Mon.
Right.
But that's the whole selling point. But we'll move on.
I forgot he had elemental edge for.
Yeah.
I kept thinking of Dark Sarah, and I was like, no, she's my only elemental edge. But I guess I'm getting really tired.
Well, I mean, this is like 2.5 hours so far.
Oh my gosh, really? Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's all good. You got this attack gem on Fire Cupid.
Yep. Again, it's that same thing where I had like a bunch of defense and recovery on him, and then his SP was just not making it. So I put an attack gem on him to see if that would help, and it did.
Attack, HP, defense. If he works. He works. Any plans for your fire Shiva?
Yeah. I think he's got stun, right? Oh no.
Yeah, he has a 100% chance for stun, and then he has adrenaline.
Yep. PvP.
So
I'm gonna
maybe
try him out that and just collect him for Astro Gems. Because I got like what 4 other Shivas.
yeah. So I mean, just decide to do what you want to do with him. I wouldn't worry about it too much, but you do have him at 6-star, so you're leveling him up to 60. So I'm assuming that you're committed.
Mm-hmm.
So just aim for at least 2 HP gems because his adrenaline heals off of his own max HP.
Okay.
So at least aim for 2 HP gems. You can give him another. You can give him a defense gem if you want. It's not too much of a big deal, but mainly high resist.
Right. Okay.
High resist so he can do his stuns and so he can get adrenaline off.
Okay.
And then why is your fire C-star 5-star?
Oh, that was my first C-star ever.
Okay.
That was 5-star a year ago.
Okay. I'm not gonna even ask questions. Do you use your fire Miho at all?
Yes.
Where do you
I
use her at?
Occasionally everywhere. She's a variant leader for Titan. I'll bring her into PvP if there's heavy wood teams.
You have HP attack on her.
Yeah, but she's because her kit is her 5-star ability is she heals off of her attack, right?
Yep.
But she's a tank.
Yep.
So that was my reasoning because this is the first Miho I ever had. So I haven't touched her gems in forever.
This is the first Miho that everyone builds and finds out that she's
Yeah.
not what I thought she would be. I thought she's a game mascot. I thought she would be OP.
It's just the flagship mon. I mean, she still works for me. I pretty much just use her for.
If she works, she works. Just finish booking her up and getting her to 60. Just to help with survivability, but that's pretty much it for her.
Actually, I think I just caught. Well, now that we've talked that square slots aren't all that important, I can probably just get rid of the other one because I think the one I got recently is a 3 square.
I'm about to make a video about square slots. This is ridiculous. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I think I have already.
You can use my account as your content.
And then you got fire purse, attack, HP, defense. That's fine. I mean, sap scales off the monster's HP and not her damage. You do have a variant one, so you can use her with crit lead, at least in the dungeons. As long as she survives in golems, you can keep her like this. I personally run my sappers at Evo 2 with HP attack. Not because it increases their sap, but it just increases their raw damage, so it can speed up potentially fighting the mobs before we get to the golem. But will this be game changing? You giving her another attack gem? No. So I mean, she's fine. Just get her to level 60 ASAP because you will be using her for your golems B10 team.
Okay.
And I do agree, Panda. I would love a light succubus.
Me too. You know how many times I come up against those in PvP and they just wreck me? Like, I'm just like, no! I can't kill you yet. You're one-shotting everyone on my team.
And then we have Rob over here. Beers. Come on, Rayvinn. You gotta say beers.
Beers?
Yeah.
What? Okay.
It's Rob. That's all I can tell you. Just beers. And then Fire Barona, any plans for her?
No. I mean, she's triple diamond. I pretty much only use her in secondary fighting. Like clan battles when I need an extra fire attacker.
She's like Siegfried, but not good. Because the HP siphon, she just heals herself and then elemental edge. Once you get more dedicated to Titans, if you are dedicated, I would just feed her. Give her to one of your wet Baronas.
Yeah, I'm planning on it.
Any plans for your Fire Valk?
Yeah. Again, PvP. Just she's a tank, right? Oh no, she's balanced. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I always go against tank fire Valkyries, so I'm gonna build her.
She has morale boost and stun. You have her attack, defense, HP. That's fine. You have her on a bruiser build. There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay, sweet.
I mean, I do see some nasty builds on her. Like she'll have like high resist, and
Yeah.
of course she's paired with a light succubus. And oh my god,
Yeah.
that her morale boost and light succubus. Oh no, why would you do this? Why would you do this? And Unix 13 says Fire Baron is actually good. If you have her on a ruin set, technically you can use her in B10 in PvP and clan versus clan, but you do have other mons, so I wouldn't say it's worth the investment. You have two fire purses, so go ahead.
I'm gonna feed the variant. I'm gonna feed the variant to the 2 squares with that crit lead.
Hold off on that. I would say wait.
Okay.
See if you can pull some more purses. Since you have two of them, get this one to Evo 2 as well, and you can just run them in B10.
Both of them? Okay.
You can run both of them in B10. That way you don't have to build Wet Miho. She has higher stats than Wet Miho already. You have your sappers for B10. Congratulations. You beat the game. You're done.
Won the lottery.
You're done. I mean, it might be later on, because we'll just have to see for your teams in terms of DPS. But I would say, depending on how much you spend some of that energy, within a month or two, you should be able to run just a full DPS team with good gems and not need to bring like Odin in there, and she will be one of your other dedicated sappers.
Okay.
And then, yep, you got Fire Shinobi, which Courageous Strike and Attack Down. Get him to Evo 2 as soon as you can for Titans, but focus on Golems first. But get him to Evo 2 whenever possible. Again, you've built your other Sea Strikers. If you want to do the Bruiser build, which is a HP attack defense, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I would kind of take advantage of his attack though. I would say HP attack instead. But he's going to need to be Evo 2 level 60 minimum.
Right. And then what gem set or what gems?
For Sea Strikers, I do prefer Leech. If not, if you can get high crit somehow on a Ruin set or Intuition, there's nothing wrong with that either. But Broken set is just as viable as any other set, because sometimes it's just way better. Any plans for your wood? Not for wood, your fire, Sanzang?
What does she do? I gotta let the stream catch up for a second.
She has Adrenaline and Seal.
Probably not.
Yeah,
just feed her to my
her Seal is 60%. Not worth it. I mean, if you could get books for her, still, I would. If I had to pick Nat 5 books, I wouldn't want it for Sanzang. So, then you do have you have these unused Fire Sea Strikers, but you're doing Titans.
Yeah.
You're doing Titans, but
yes. Yeah, I keep forgetting about which ones are Sea Strikers. See, I honestly forgot I had Fire Wukong. I have so many mons that they just sit there and I just cannot remember them. Yeah, I'll build him up. I do need a better fire team. And
Badass Panda is actually recommending you can do also triple attack for Shinobi. I don't have a fire Shinobi, but he said you can even do triple attack on him.
Okay.
Fire Sun Wukong, same thing. I have mine on HP attack. He does have some pretty good resist on him. Resist and crit rate can't hurt either, but that's pretty much it. Again, Leech set would be optimal, but as long as he has his main gems, whatever set you want him on.
Okay.
Just don't do Ruin with 10% crit. Just don't do that.
Right. Okay.
And then, any plans for your Fire Artemis?
She's got stun, right?
Yep, she has stun and then she has taunt. And her stun is 80% chance, but it's for 2 turns.
Maybe someday. I think that's my only Artemis that I have. I think
Yeah, I would just say just hold off.
I might just use her for 5-star rebirth. I'd like to get my water jack up to level 3.
And then any plans for your fire nightmare?
Let me give it a second so it'll. No, unfeed it to the water one or the wood one.
All right. What about your gemmed up Evo 3 Snow White, Fire Snow White?
I use them for the easy clan and PvP battles. I need to level her up some.
Yeah, because her skill is totally being wasted.
Yeah.
So
But
just
yeah, PvP.
attack,
Early level titans, that's it.
attack, HP. Her gems work. They work. Any plans for your succubus?
Not at the moment. Since I get them pretty frequently in 4 stars,
Mhm.
I just kind of feed them to get the rebirth. But no, not really. I think if I get a light one and I still have her, she'll immediately go to the light one.
Okay. You could possibly use her in one of the dragons, I believe, or dragons, not dragons, but golems B9. But we can build something else for your B9 team. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
And oh, I see you responded to Ivan.
Yeah.
And then Fire New, he's probably the worst out the bunch. 70% chance for his 1-turn stun, and then HP aggression. You know, just
Yeah, I'm just using him to build up the other one, wood one.
wouldn't worry too much about him. And then you got a Fire Neza.
Fire.
Triple Square Master Race Neza.
Oh, yeah, I kept that one because it was triple square. Again, that disease. And because she also has attack down and defense down, so I just thought, okay,
Yeah, Titan's
probably
mine.
give her a shot.
Get her to Evo 3 when you can. Obviously, you can go for your Dark one first. HP defense. Aim for some resist. Her job is just to survive and debuff. That's it.
Okay, sounds good.
And then, okay, you did. Maybe are you trying to build Lupin, or are you just trying to get some Astro Gems out this dude?
I have a dark Lupin that I'm trying to build.
You got a Dark one.
Yeah, he's
He's
my
in storage?
Yeah.
And then Fire Sura, not really worth talking about. I mean, you have other great Fire Mons.
Yeah,
Yes.
just leveling him up to feed the light one. the
Gotcha.
gems.
And then you already have that Lily. And then Gemini's not worth talking about.
Yep, just collecting her.
Tanya's not worth talking about. She does have Wood Predator though. But I think she's single target.
Well, I don't know, because I know they changed her a little bit.
She might be single target.
I don't remember. I don't use her. Nor do I use Light Talia.
Yeah. She might be single target. I don't know, but not worth the squeeze.
I know Talia is single target.
Fire Kokomaru, not worth it. Mona, no. The rest,
Yeah.
we are done
Yeah,
here.
just building for gems.
Alright, so let's pick you out some Golem teams. And also, I know you're seeing the chat too. Ivan and Badass Panda mentioned running 2 sucks for Dragons B8.
To Fire Succubus?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll look out for more of those. Like, I get a lot of them in.
You don't have to, but you can. I mean, I'm not saying they're wrong.
Well, no, because I mean that's what I need to do. I need to start running better gem dungeons and dragons. So I need
Then
the
alright.
right mons that'll
This
do
is
it.
your
I'll take anything.
B7 team.
Give me a second. Yes. Yeah. Sometimes I swap the Miho out with the Senzang. But yeah, my wood team, yeah, I don't have a lot.
I would say
Wood is like my weakest element as far as teams go.
for B7, I would say you don't need Cupid. You should have enough DPS to clear that without relying on Cupid to heal.
Okay.
But switch out gonna have to switch out Kokomaru now, but at some point in time switch him out since you'll hopefully be using your Wood Indra instead.
Okay.
Bringing in Wood Siegfried might slow you down though, because I think his first move is a fence down. Even though Miho has the same thing on auto, it can kind of make you slow things down, unfortunately.
He's not gemmed up either, so.
And yes, Panda, we know that B7 isn't worth it, but she needs gems in order to do B10.
I bet Panda's just like pulling his hair out.
Yeah, she needs gems.
What is wrong with his account?
At least some decent gems, because we've seen the gems, man. But I mean, you do have a good choice, but I mean, for low cost wise in terms of investment, Miho, switch Kokomaru out whenever possible. Maybe throw in Wood Indra. This team should be fine. Maybe not super duper fast, but it should be fine. Not badass, but Ivan is mentioning Shiva if you want to get him to Evo 2, but I'm just, you know, even at level 50, I guess he would be okay, but I'm trying to pick out mons maybe that you would use in the long run and not just temporarily, I guess.
Yep. I don't know if my Wood Indra is gemmed. I think he is. I think that one. Or is that one the triple square? The triple square isn't gemmed.
But they are saying you can throw in Wood Shiva instead. Because I mean, you don't really need stun, but you could throw in Wood Shiva and take out Indra or Kokomaru and put in not Wet Miho, but Wood Miho again because of the defense down.
Okay.
But this is just a template. Like, will you be running B7 for the rest of your life? No. Hopefully within a month you'll be done with B7. Hopefully within a couple weeks, because literally you just need it to run you just need to run it as much as possible just to get gems for your B10 team, and after that you're not going to touch it ever again.
Okay.
So yeah, it's just minimum investment right here. But of course you can feel free to use whatever they're recommending in chat as well. This is just a template. This is just advice. And then what do you run for B8? I want you to have me pick out your B8 team. I want to see this.
Water Mona. The Indra. The Valrona. And I think I run the Neri just in case, but no, if not that, then the Ninja Shinobi.
Okay. They're one-shotting every wave, aren't they?
Probably not. Because sometimes they just aggro, like especially if there's two mons and all four of them aggro one. It's like, okay, it just gave me an extra turn because AI decided to attack one.
But what's your clear time on it?
I have no idea. I can't remember it off the top of my head. It's a little over, I think.
As long as it's within a minute, there's nothing wrong with that.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
trying to
I know
think.
if it's below a minute, that's great, but it's probably over a minute.
I'm trying to think of whoever has the slowest animation. You could always trade it out with another Mona just booked up. You could run the other Mona on triple attack if you want. Or you could just bring in someone else, but you really don't need anyone else. What I'm actually going for though, this might be future wise, but with your Sarah on a Siphon set, you can get rid of whoever has the slowest animation, which might be either Indra or Balrona, and just throw her in there.
It would be Indra that has the slowest out of.
Okay, so get rid of him and just throw her in there. And it doesn't really matter who in the heck you run.
Okay.
Because my Golem's team is... I use 2 Monas and 2 Sarahs on Siphon. And it's like 50 seconds. So it doesn't really matter. Just get your time down to a minute or less. And that's it for that one. For B9... We're going to bring in your boy Arthur. We could bring in Sig right now because he is on a Siphon set. If he's not on a Siphon set, you can again bring in Dark Sarah.
I do bring in my Fire Stephanie, but because I have her, I usually bring in Fire Cupid as well.
Oh yeah, because she has a sap.
And just because her attack animation is faster.
Where's she at? Where is she? Oh, there she is, level 50.
Yeah, faster.
And again, maybe you don't have Siegfried on a Siphon set anymore because you gave it to Dark Sarah, but if he's on triple attack, he shouldn't die in here, at least at Evo 3. He might need HP gem, but you're not going to be farming this for too long either. You might actually just have enough DPS to go through it. So any other mon, I mean, you could throw in another purse. I probably wouldn't. Just need another wave clearer. Whenever you get your Dark Lucy build up, she's also viable because she's just going to hit the out of them. But you shouldn't need keep it to heal. You should have enough DPS to clear it, no problem.
Okay.
But I mean, get these to level 60 Evo 2 minimum.
Right, okay.
And then for B10, you have Light Nike or Light Odin. So I'll do the slow build first because it just depends on how things go. So either Light Nike or Light Odin, you can use them as your main tank.
Okay.
Hopefully you can get Sarah on Siphon because she is a contender as well, because she does have Elemental Edge and her animation isn't that bad at all. If not, you can always bring in your Fire Sig because this is just going to be your wave clearer.
Right.
So one of these two, and definitely run very, very minimum purse. If you do need a healer, you do have water purse, but you shouldn't. And if you do, I can't imagine you needing it more than maybe a week or two max. As long as, you know, since you're getting gems for other mons, you're just waiting for gems for those, or you're just trying to level them up. I can't imagine you needing water purse for too long. But if you had to use her, this is something that you could run if I can find her. So you have a wave clearer, you have the tank, you have heals. But again, that's not the goal here. The goal would be to step away from Light Odin and step away from purse and just straight DPS. So you would end up running with both of your purses. So double sap and then essentially double wave clears. So maybe Sig and Sarah.
Okay.
Maybe Sig and Sarah. I mean, you have a lot of combinations which you can do, but once your DPS and your gems are good enough, you don't need a healer. You won't need Light Odin. You won't need Light Nike. They'll just slow you down in the end. And I mean, you could actually bring in Fire Arthur if you wanted to instead. I mean, he has less utility than your Sig, but you have more invested into him at the moment than your Sig.
Yeah, just a little.
But these are just all potential teams. You can always ask questions. Hit me up on Discord, live stream, whatever. But that should work for a B10 team. I mean, you can either full DPS or bring a healer in just for now. And I mean, Fire Succubus is also a good contender because she has defense down. But is she like worth going out your way for when you already have these mons at the moment? No. So I would build her when you can, but not like, oh, I got to build a Fire Succubus right now.
Yeah, I gotta hatch everything that I own.
But I mean, that's pretty much it for now. Some of these teams, you can translate some of those mons over to dragons. I'm not going to say all of them, but you can translate some of them over into dragons once you get to dragons. And by dragons, I mean like the later dragons.
Right.
But once you get a stable team for B10, you should be pretty well off with at least hitting the later dragons. Maybe not clearing it every time, but you should be pretty darn close in my opinion.
Yeah, because I think I can only get through like maybe the first 2 or 3 levels of dragons.
Which, I mean,
that's when I'm paying attention and like, okay, I gotta take out this person. I gotta make sure this works. And that's not like auto. I can't auto dragons yet.
Which
I mean, the first 2 levels maybe.
you have the mons to auto them. You just need the gems and of course getting them to level 60.
Right.
Like you have it. Everything's here for you. You gotta apply.
I just need to know how to put it together.
Yeah, I mean, if you need any help, everyone will help you. There's no problems with that. But that's pretty much it for now. Again, my only other suggestion, besides you, like I have visions of you burning some stamina to start running these golems and leveling these mons. Definitely get Sarah up as soon as possible. Work on your purses as soon as possible. And I try to at least have around 4 of each element level 60, at least 4.
Okay.
So I would at least try to have 4 water mons, 4 wood, 4 fire, 4 light, 4 dark. Because you have some, but they're kind of like, I don't feel like they really synergize well.
Okay.
But I would work on those. Work on your attackers first as well. Worry about the healers for Titans later.
Okay.
There's definitely nothing wrong with that, but focus on leveling them up. Focus on golems for a while, and you should be into B10 within 2 to 3 months, depending on how much you play.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I plan on depleting all that energy.
But I mean, do you have any questions before we go?
Not off the top of my head. I guess my one question is Fire Draka. I've got a couple of those in storage, and I guess what are they best in? Are they best
What should
in
you do?
columns?
People do use him in PvP. He is used in PvP, but if you have a Fire Draka, even at Evo 2, which it looks like you can get him to Evo 2. Actually, you can get him to Evo 3. You have Wood Drakas as well.
Yeah.
You have Wood Drakas. You can also use your Fire Odin as a potential Titans mon. But get Fire Draka to Evo 3. If you get Fire Draka to Evo 3, you don't really need Siegfried anymore. Because he just out damages Siegfried. He's just more useful overall. Get him on a Siphon set as well with Dark Sarah, and congratulations, you've destroyed PvE. Congratulations, you now have Tower of Chaos to floor 80. Just set it on auto from floor 1 and come back.
Wait, which mon is this? You broke up a little bit.
Fire Draka.
Draka, okay.
Yeah. Fire Draka is very, very excellent. I would put him not Dark Sarah level, but he's pretty darn close if you have one.
Okay.
You do have Wood Garuda as well. Good thing we did check storage. Feed your water one to him. If you're trying to do damage in Titans, get him out this box like after we're done here.
Okay.
You have a Wood Merlin. Guys, she has all these courageous strikers, and she just has them sitting in a box like you can sit right here and rot. You can just rot.
No, I'm just waiting for enough to make Evo, or at least an Evo 2.
Yeah, there's running at Evo 1 while you can. I mean, running at Evo 1. But definitely get Wood Merlin out. Get your Fire Wukong out. Get Fire Garuda. I mean, not Fire Garuda. Wood Garuda out. Work on getting Draka to Evo 3. Dark Fib's not bad at all. He's not bad at all. He's more PvP-ish. You do have a Dark Sparket as well, which is a great contender for a PvP team. You have a Dark Mowgli. She is a good Lightmon Destroyer. I use one in Colossus because she just hits like a truck when she's fully booked, especially on Intuition or Ruin. And who else? I think that might be.
Now I do have the Dormius, that 4-star rebirth of the one that falls asleep, or that's, you know, has got the pillow. Is he any good?
No.
Okay.
No. You do have the Fire Belphalon, whatever, the Fire Pony Boy. He would be good because I think he does have Hunter, but you have Dark Sarah, you have a Fire Draka. You don't need him. You don't need him. And you do have Mowgli's as well, if some of them are Evo
Yeah.
3. If you need just a good elemental mon, there's nothing wrong with using them. As long as you can skill book them up. I freaking love Mowgli. I do hope she comes back because I underestimated her and I only made a dark one. I have a dark one and a fire one, but they both, they put some hurt in.
I have all of the elements. I just no, they're just again on the back burner because I've got so many others. My attention is divided in 500 different ways.
They're just hurters. I mean, they're all hurters. And Badass Panda said Flora is superior than Fire Purse for saps, probably because she's a dark type. So if she crits, she could
Does she have sap? I thought she had sleep.
No, she has double sap.
Oh, okay.
So you can use her as well and do what you planned before in Evo 3, one of those Fire Purses if you want.
Okay.
So
sweet.
You got options, but other than that, I mean, I think that's pretty much it for now.
Yep.
Definitely hold off on those zoos because if you pull a wood one, you can get that one to Evo 3 lickety split. But I would concentrate getting Fire Draka, getting your mons ready for dragons, because you get a siphon set on your Sarah and even your Draka, then you're in the big boy leagues.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
But any more questions?
No, I think you've covered just about everything I needed and then some.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
That was a lot. I'm so sorry.
It's all good. I mean, you can still, if you got any questions, ask us. Check out the stream again because this is a lot. I'm not gonna even remember this in like 15 minutes because.
Yeah, it was a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot. But other than that, I mean, we're pretty much done here, and I can let you go.
I'm more about you. You're 3 hours ahead of me, so.
Yeah, it's okay. You got to give the people what they want. You got to give the people what they want. But definitely do check out the chat as well because.
Yeah, I definitely will. I will be going back and reading over it.
Ivan did mention some PvP defense / attack teams for you. I can honestly say I'm not the best at PvP, so if you guys in chat want to help her build it, then I'm perfectly okay with this. But I'm not gonna tell you like what you should use and what you shouldn't use because I'm not too hardcore in PvP. But it's really up to you. Like, are you invested in going higher in PvP?
Yeah, just for the gems.
So, guys, can you assist your boy in at least making first an offensive team for her?
Yeah, the team I have now is just so I can farm points for the gleams and the stuff in the shop.
Definitely nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. That's pretty much my PvP team right there. Sometimes I switch out the Horn with probably the Water Shinobi. I think that's pretty much about it. I tend to keep it light and dark.
Okay, we'll go over here to defense first since Badass Panda has already gotten this. You're just farming points, right? Right now?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that and gems, but.
All right.
That'll come with the new gems that I farm.
When you switch it, what Badass Panda is recommending is what is it? Wet Shiva, if I can find him.
He's at the front.
He's at the front.
Yeah, he's like the third mon on the list.
Where?
All the way up, all the way to the front.
Water Shiva?
Oh, Shiva. My
yeah.
bad. I don't have Shiva though. I mean, I have him, but he's not gemmed up or anything. I don't know why. I thought you said Shinobi. I'm so sorry.
Oh, my bad. And then I'm assuming Water Nightmare. This is just, I guess this is just an example. Yeah. Dark Miho. Wherever she is at. There she is. And then Light Nike is potential one. And then who's going to be hidden though?
Probably Arthur for the stun. He's also.
Oh, you're Fire Arthur?
He's always annoying when he comes out and he just stuns the person that has the full P bar.
That could be a potentially better team. I'm not an expert. I'm waiting on your boy over here. Badass Panda 34. Holding it down.
I do not have a dark Kraken.
Yeah, you do. He's right here.
Dark? Freaking heck. No. Okay, my brain is now being dyslexic. I thought Draka. My brain thought Draka and I was reading Kraken. Wow.
It's
so
all
out
good.
of it right now. I'm literally running on like 3 hours of sleep anyway, so.
Oh, rest in peace.
Rip. Yep.
Georgie did mention your Dark Sparkit as well. So you might need.
Yeah.
You could get him out of storage and replace him with one of these mons. If not, maybe make him hidden. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure.
Now, is Dark Sparkit the best of the Sparkits, or is Light Sparkit the best?
Light Sparkit's not bad at all. I like Water Sparkit the best, but in terms of PvP, I would say Dark because he has something in stun, and his stun is horrible. It is just awful.
Hide another aggressor. Like Hana will be good. She's almost 16.
So maybe hide Dark Miho. I mean, we see your teams already, so you're already exposed, but it doesn't matter anyways.
Yeah.
Not everyone can see your team. Not everyone is subscribed to your boy. What was it? Wait, Nightmare, like Nike. Star.
Sometimes I put, sometimes I'll even put Dark Thor on there just to get some defense down and.
No, he's too frail for that. He's gonna die in a turn. Now, if you had Light Thor,
Yeah.
you popping. Hold on, did it say something about Light Miho?
Lead Dark Miho.
Wait, lead Dark Miho?
Stats. Yeah.
Where art thou? Oh, there she is. Okay. Lead Dark Miho.
Light Miho on main and Dark Miho. I'd have to level up my Light Miho though.
And then they're saying maybe Dark Miho hidden and then Light Miho as main. If I can get her. Light Miho's main, Dark hidden, and then we're going to bring back, I'm assuming, Shiva. And then that could be a potential team right here. Or actually, yep. I mean, this is it right now. I'm going to go ahead and hit done, but obviously just change them up or just switch it back. Actually, no. I'll let you change it. You can change it.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah. Then
Okay, sweet.
exit for your offensive team. We're doing offensive now, you guys. I know Panda had mentioned something earlier. He said Light Nike, which you already had. Dark Lucy and Fire Arthur. Once your Lucy's built up. Rob H says his team is 5 Gleams.
Light Night Dark Lucy.
Unix 13 is even saying Light Nike Dark Lucy. Alright, what else, guys?
Let's see. What else do I put in there? Sometimes I throw in if I don't use Dark Lucy, I put in Sherlock.
Sherlock, but why? Expose weakness?
Yeah, works pretty well. She might die, but it gets everybody down to a quarter health. And then by that point, I'll have another person, usually my Dark Thor, and his SP ready, and
Owen is saying Dark Kraken, aka Dark Sea Star, and Unix is saying Purse. So I'm assuming either or, you can do whatever you like. It's okay. And they're actually, I know you're gonna go with this one. They're actually recommending your boy, Water Shinobi, Or you can even bring in Dark Thor, like they said. Looks like Ilya was wrong. I don't know. I find him too flimsy.
That's why I put a good healer on the team, which is usually light Aphrodite.
They're saying for the healers, at least go with Purse. I'm assuming because she has the capability to stall, and she does have the passive heal, which if you're playing manually, then you can choose which to do.
Yeah.
But this is just one team. Badass Panda did sum it up well. You might have to change this eventually, but
yeah,
it should get you through at least higher than maybe what you were before. I have no... Like I said, I'm too lazy for PvP. I've hit challengers or something. Challengers. Maybe I hit heroes once. I could have sworn I hit heroes one time, and I was like, never again.
Yeah, too much.
I spent almost like an hour every day going to heroes, and it wasn't fun. For me, PvP is not. It's not the cookie. I rather collect the waifus.
Yeah.
But I think actually the one spot left you can switch between Water Shinobi, Dark Kraken, Water Purse, and Dark Thor. So you got options if one team's not working.
Okay.
Georgie's right. He's like, if you're not going for Titans, go for PvP. But we know you're going for Titans first, so it's okay. It's okay. But I mean, that's pretty much it. Any other questions?
No, this has been such a big help. Thank you so much.
No problem. Well, I'll go ahead and let you go for now. I'll log out of your account because, of course, your boy don't want it. You can change the password, whatever, but I'll let you go ahead and have your account back.
Thanks.
Thank you for your time.
All right. Thank you. You too.
Peace out.
Bye.
Alright guys, so that stream is done. If you guys want an account review, again, hit me up on Discord. That's the best way to do it, or leave a comment below on one of the videos and I'll send you a Discord link. But other than that, shout out again to Rayvinn for allowing me to review her account. I definitely hope it helps someone out there other than her as well. But it's time for your boy to make like a tree and split. So I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Oh yeah, shout out to Badass Panda. He was holding it down. He was holding the stream down. Shout out to Massacre, as well as Ivan. Even though I might be pronouncing your name wrong, I'm sorry, but you know who you are. But yeah, peace out, you guys.